What are you talking about? That's the name of our first round. It's our panellists' job to guess the British public's top 3 most popular talking points. Rob's team, what do you think the nation have been talking about this week?
Well, it must be the Brexit delay. Personally, I'm quite in favour of the delay. I'm quite enjoying this Brexit delay because I'm using it as an excuse. Because my wife's been going, oh, we need to get a new car. I'm like, whoa, let's see how Brexit plans out. Let's not rush. And she's like, well, you need to cut the grass. Whoa! Tariffs, yeah? Tax. It's chaos out there. I can't commit to anything, you know. She's had a go at me recently. I was out drinking 3 nights last week. She was like, why are you out so much? And I was like, I like a Guinness. The Irish backstop could fuck me.
Let's be clear, what you drink here is not Guinness. I mean, like, they call it Guinness. Like how Jimmy says he's Irish, but he's not.
I thought the Irish backstop was a new name for a butt plug.
I'm excited about the whole thing. I don't know about a delay, but I heard that Theresa May has finally requested extensions. And girl, you need to look fire during the crash out.
Theresa May does not look her best at the moment. It looks like Darth Vader took off his helmet after a rough day.
That's why she needs the extensions, Jimmy. Plus, they're imported, usually from the EU, so you can't get the good ones for that long.
European hair.
Is that all your own hair?
No, this is extensions too, so I might lose those if Brexit happens.
Where do you get your extensions from?
A woman in Croydon.
I think you'll be all right.
She gets them from somewhere abroad.
Oh, so it's not her hair?
No, it's not her actual hair. No.
You can handpick the very best orphans, and then you get a little picture of them to take home.
I'm slightly worried for you now, Katherine Bohart, because I'm looking over at your luscious locks and thinking Katherine Ryan's kind of eyeing them.
That's great, I can make some profit, that's fine.
I don't want to be ginger again. Katherine is my before photo.
I won't take it.
Katherine and I are very good friends, and actually, it's kind of a problem
We
on the
were.
show today. It's kind of a problem that we're both called Katherine on the show today.
Should we call her... What should we do? Should we
Young
do...
Katherine, old?
Good one.
That's how I treat my friends.
Katherine, will you still move your forehead?
Yes.
Oh.
Yes. Yes.
Whereas if Katherine Ryan is surprised, no one will know.
Rich, you look like you're picking them up from a disco. Come on, girls, in the car. It's 9:15. I said 1 Bacardi Breezer.
Literally, I'm watching Top Gear on my iPad thinking, oh, how long are they going to be?
Richard, thank you for chaperoning us tonight.
Oh, it's such a pleasure.
What do you think about Brexit?
What do I think about Brexit? I don't want to really talk about the story, but I will. We'll do more hair extension stuff in a minute, I promise. We are going to have another vote next week, but that's a proper, meaningful vote. That's like the Friday vote on Come Dine With Me. That's how serious.
I think she just has enough goes until she gets the result she wants.
Imagine going around Theresa May's house for dinner. It'd be a nightmare, wouldn't it? She's like, what do you want to eat? I've got some quiche. I don't like quiche. Do you want quiche? No, I don't like quiche. Do you want an omelette? Yeah. But it's like on pastry. It's a quiche, Theresa.
That's the thing, though. She's been stopped keep going back with the same question because of this Erskine May thing that John Bercow brought up.
We'll have a look at a picture of him. This is what a frog looks like when it's shitting.
Did you see him turn up this week when he turned up in, like, a rugby shirt and then, like, a deck shoes without any socks on? And you're the Speaker of the House of Commons. Go fuck yourself. Dare you turn up to work dressed like some horrendous sort of rugby dad.
Has someone just broken up with a rugby player?
But Bercow acts like he's a drunk rugby player. Like, he just stands in the House of Commons going, order! Oh, it's like he's in a kebab shop, pissed. Order! Order!
Are you sure Boris Johnson's not your dad? You're 100% sure?
I don't think anyone under 30 can be absolutely sure that Boris Johnson...
It all just seems to be spiralling, you know, just further and further along the track. Nigel Farage then organised that march. Did you see that? But it's supposed to be a march, but then only 200 people turned up.
We've got a still of the march. It doesn't look great.
They do have a lot of chutzpah, though. Like, they've got a lot of great slogans. Leave means leave. Strong and stable. Take back control. You know, they sound like Beyonce songs.
I'm anti-Brexit and I obviously don't want it to happen, but at the same time, I'm like, if a country had to go through a food shortage, like, say, a famine-esque sort of thing, I would not vote for Britain. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm like...
I think I know what you're referring to.
Yeah. But I would say...
I don't think it would hurt us. A couple of weeks would be all right. A couple of
Okay.
weeks without quavers.
Whoa, there's a quavers issue. I haven't heard that.
What do you think, Richard? What do you think is going to happen?
Well, I think after that next vote, she's definitely going to go one way or another. So that next vote, seriously, is the real deal. It is now our final one. If she loses, then it'll be because of 20 members of the ERG who are arch Brexiteers, and they're the ones stopping Brexit happening. And the only way she'll get them to vote for her is if she agrees to resign straight afterwards. So either way, she's going to go very, very soon, which is a shame given all the good things she's done. But, you know, seriously, name 47 things she's done wrong. You know, it's hard. 46 you can do, but leave her be.
Is that going to be an answer on Pointless?
I appreciate being asked about Brexit because a lot of people think that I'm only good for dick jokes, but I've had to do a lot of serious political research. And that's how I know that Theresa May has formally written to the EU to ask for the extension. And I know that it's a very short one, even though a lot of us prefer a longer one. Am I right, ladies?
I think it's more about what you do with it, but OK.
Is it just length, or does it need to be a decent width as
That
well?
length is a real... I just said that for the joke, but girth is everything.
Good.
I mean, that's a Brexit slogan we could have stood behind.
Do you feel confused by the whole thing, Maya? What do you think?
Yeah, I don't have a clue what's going on. That's why I've just sat here silently, nodding and smiling.
It's hard to know what's going on, though, because you try and watch the news, but it feels like they're repeating the same episode of Brexit, because it hasn't moved on. Do you know what I miss? The jihadi bride. She was a breath of fresh air.
It's true, though, isn't it?
A bit of different news. Bring her back, not literally, but more of her on the news.
OK, so let's have a look and see if it's up there. Yes, it's Theresa May's Brexit vote. To be fair, this kind of thing happens a lot. My girlfriend and I have a withdrawal agreement, but I keep on not honouring it at the very last minute. Theresa May says the naughtiest thing she ever did was run through a field of wheat. Sounds innocent enough, but the bit she left out was she was chasing an immigrant with a baseball bat whilst coked off her tits. OK, Catherine's team, what else have the nation been talking about this week?
I'm going to guess Trump because he vetoed a bill against his state of emergency so that he could build his wall.
He's very keen on this wall.
I also think it probably to him does seem like an emergency. Like, I assume he just found out that there's another country attached to America. So he's like, oh, my God.
He's very anti-immigration for someone who relies on immigrants. If it wasn't for immigrants, he wouldn't have a wife.
True.
She went too young, didn't she? He had time to do all this stuff. You want to go old. If you're still eating solid food, too young. You want him. She's an innocent gold digger caught up in a dangerous game.
Welcome to Dating Tips with Katherine Ryan.
You want one line of coke and a vigorous handjob away from you getting a summer house. Otherwise, the gold digging is not worth it.
All this talk about building a wall, it's like the tensest episode of Grand Designs ever.
The thing about it as well, other than the native peoples of America, you know, the idea that everyone there is an immigrant.
Yeah, that's the whole point of the place, isn't it?
It's the whole point of the place, isn't it? That's what the Declaration of Independence said. That's the whole point of the place, isn't it?
But then I think, look, just let him get on with it because he's never going to finish it in time. Do you know how long it takes to just do the fencing in my garden? The geezer said to me it'll take 4 days. He's been there a week and a half. Do you know what his excuse was? It's too windy. Do you know what stops wind? A fence!
How long has Trump got left? Like, how long has he got?
Or with his diet, about 7 years.
So next elections are 2020, and he's predicted to win that. So it might be... I mean, it's another sort of
So
year.
even now that he's doing all this stuff, people still want him in charge?
This is the whole point of the wall is 2020 when we have this election. There's 2 outcomes for Trump. One is he's president again, genuinely, and the other one is he goes to prison.
Innocent until proven guilty.
And they should rebrand the 2020 election presidency versus prison. Because that's what it is.
The only positive I can think of this massive wall is an opportunity for the longest cock and balls graffiti of all time. Yeah. Imagine it, 2 lovely little nuts and a 3,000-kilometre shaft. Bell on the end, little bit of jizz.
I mean...
Lovely.
Why does it always have to be a dick?
Well,
Why couldn't you have 3-mile-long labia?
Yeah, but then that's just 2 lines then, isn't it?
When's the last time you saw a vagina? It's just 2 lines.
I'm not ruling out the vagina on the wall, Catherine. One on one side, cock on the other.
Done.
Well, I can tell you, Trump's wall is not one of the most talked about things this week. But listen, Mexicans, if Trump does build this wall, you're just going to have to get over it. OK, fingers on buzzers. 2 more things to get. Rob.
Is it the junk food advert ban before 9 p.m. to stop there being fat kids?
To stop there being fat kids?
Yeah, they don't want fat kids. They're singling out these little fellas.
They're only going to advertise junk food after 9 p.m, aren't they?
Yeah,
So cruel to the kids, because everything good happens after 9 p.m. The swearing, the sex, Hugh Edwards, everything good.
Is it that's Tom Watson that's moaning about it the most? Is it Tom Watson, the politician?
Yeah.
He was really big and lost loads of weight, and they're always a bit annoying, those people, aren't they? Like, I've lost 7 stone, and the way I did it was, oh, fuck off. do you know how I didn't get to that weight? I didn't eat loads of food, mate. That's why.
I don't think it makes much difference. Like, if you like junk food, if I see an advert, it's not going to change my mind of whether or not I'm going to have a McDonald's that
I'm
evening.
100% with you. I think if Fatty wants McFlurry, Fatty gonna get McFlurry. There's nothing's gonna hold them back.
Yeah.
Type 2 diabetes doesn't stop them. I saw a woman in McDonald's the other day with 1 foot, and she...
You didn't see a woman in McDonald's.
I
You
like a
send your
McDonald's.
PA in there.
I sent my butler to McDonald's.
I love going for a drive-through. It's sort of just like a little bit of Disneyland at an industrial estate, isn't it? I normally eat it alone in the car park, and then someone pulls in next to you, and you just sort of... It's like a side-on date with, like, sadness.
I think that the adverts after 9 is a great idea because then it can be like proper food porn. Like it can be properly like dirty, and also it can be really sweary. Like I'd love an ad campaign that was like, "Get a Twix, you pricks." I would be so here. I'm so here for it.
Think what they could do with that gherkin after 9 o'clock.
Yes.
Katherine Ryan, fast food. Have you had any?
I am from a family of body dysmorphics, Jimmy, and there are loads of ways to be unhealthy. One of those ways is starving yourself. I'm the fattest woman in my family to ever live. And I am. When I was little, my mother used to not take me to McDonald's. She used to push me up against the wall and tie a string around my waist and say, "Breathe in," and then I'd live my life like this. And I watched Never Been Kissed. It's a great movie. And they were getting ready to go to prom. And Jessica Alba in that film says, "Remember, girls, only water and X-Lax till prom." And my girlfriends and I were influenced by that film. And we went, "Oh, we must have only water and X-Lax till prom." And then my dad found it. And instead of getting us in trouble, he was like, "If you dumb whores want to shit yourselves on the dance floor, that's up to you." And we did. And we did.
Richard, are you in favour of this ban on fast food?
I think if you're not going to do adverts, because I'm interested in developments in fast food, you know, if they're putting bacon in a Big Mac, I want to know about it. And if they'd have to put it on the news, I think. I don't want to bring the tone down, but I do need to be serious. This week, Miniature Heroes that said they're going to bring out 2 new Miniature Heroes for this Christmas. They're getting rid of the eclairs.
Good.
Okay,
Bye.
What?
Which is good.
Gone.
Right.
Bye.
What?
Good riddance.
Right?
I want to keep my filling.
Did you see this on the news? No, you didn't. Which is why we need adverts. And they're introducing 2 new little mini chocolates. One is the Crunchy.
I love
Yes.
crunchies. It's my
Fair
favourite.
enough.
Happy with
The
that.
other one, Double Decker.
Yes.
Which they're calling a Dinky Decker.
Yes.
Now, if we don't have adverts before 9 o'clock, how the fuck are we going to hear about this stuff? Is my opinion.
That's a good point.
I don't want to be,
That's a good point.
you know... I don't know if you're getting the tone right for this show. This is more for question time, that kind of serious take on the news. Right, let's have a look and see if it's up there. Yes, it's the proposed junk food advertising ban. But how exactly do we define obesity? Well, in simple terms, it's a swelling disease you can only catch from biscuits. If you or any member of your family are affected by issues relating to obesity, then there's a number you can call at the end of the show. Domino's. OK, fingers up, there's one more thing to get. What else have people been talking about this week? Tom Allen.
Sorry, I felt like I was touching your penis.
That's fine. That's the sound it makes.
Is it?
I'll recover quick, though.
Yeah. I imagine your wife is a lights-out person.
She's more of a I've got a headache person.
Tom, what do you think?
Is there a news that there's a fear that the UK may face a water shortage in 25 years?
Shit, sorry. Sorry, is it?
Oh, how
Fuck,
embarrassing.
I didn't know. Sorry.
They said one of the ways you can save water is by turning the tap off when you brush your teeth. I mean, yours will rust up.
Little dig for no reason there.
No reason. You've got a lovely face.
Yeah.
Stupid teeth, but lovely.
How is the UK making fun of Rob's beautiful teeth? Like, you guys no teeth in any way. Have any of you ever been to a dentist? Also, you're not running out of water. Hello? It's the UK. It rains more here than in a Seal video. Get a bucket. Leave Rob alone.
I can't believe... People are genuinely worried about this, but it's a water shortage in 25 years' time. Rich, are you worried?
Yeah, what, 25 years' time? No, not really.
I'm
And
excited.
also, every time it rains, I'm getting it first, so I'm fine.
What do you think, Mike? There's a water shortage?
How do you know exactly 25 years? How do they know that? It could be 12.
Yeah, but also as well, but we've been told, oh, we've got to drink 12 litres of water a day. Oh, no, don't, we're running out now.
Exactly.
But luckily, the ice caps are melting. It'll just top it up. All right, isn't it?
Right, bit of good news.
I'll tell you what, though, it's going to be hard work at water parks, isn't it, if we run out of water? It's going to be squeaky, isn't it? Imagine going down Cyclone at Aqualandia in Benidorm bareback. Oh.
What do you think? Katherine Ryan, what do you think of this water shortage?
Yeah, I think we are getting to a stage where it's pretty bad. Like, that girl who's protesting in Sweden, who's been nominated for the Nobel Peace Prize, I'm like, fair enough. If the snow is on fire, I think we're in trouble. Do you know what I mean? I do find it's interesting that it's generally older people who are like, well, climate change isn't real, la, 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 la. And it's like, well, you're literally never going to see it. I don't know what age you are, but I...
I'm 71.
Oh, no, that was for Katherine. I don't know what age she is.
71.
Literally not a clue. Could be anything, right?
I'm with Katherine and this girl, Greta. She's done incredible things. When I was in school, I would not go because I have cramps. But now teenage girls are like, I'm worried about irregular weather patterns in the southern hemisphere. Imagine what can be done when you remove touching them up. That's what stopped. You know, we couldn't get anything done because I was like, where's the white van? Who's gonna rub their erection against me on the underground? They stopped most of that, and now girls are
Yes, we are now sexual harassment free, so we can focus on the environment.
totally free. Totally free.
We do get told off a lot about the environment. I know we're not doing it all right, but you can't have a straw now because of turtles. And I think... Like, you sort of think, I will start caring a bit more about turtles when they stop laying their eggs by the car park on the beach. Right to the back. Why don't they lay the eggs near the sea? Or even better, in the sea, where they fucking live? It's like 3.5 miles them little turtles have got to do when they're born.
I have to say, I was worried about what would happen when Attenborough retired finally, but now I'm not.
I'm here. Move them down.
All right, let's have a look and see if it's up there. Yes, it's the news that the UK could face water shortages in 25 years. The Earth is getting much drier and experiencing hot spells. Basically, Mother Nature is going through the menopause. So those were the most talked about things. But in other news, South Sudan has been named the least happy country in the world. South Sudan, who knew? We all knew. Why did they have that server? As if South Sudan isn't having a bad enough time that they opened the paper and gone, oh, look, we won something. Oh. It's been announced electric scooters could be allowed on our roads for the first time. They're set to completely revolutionise the way teenagers steal iPhones from pedestrians. Poundland has launched a new range of collagen anti-aging patches. They've also... They've also launched a range of anti-aging biscuits. If you eat enough of them, you won't live past 53. And Peppa Pig was accused of sexism for calling them firemen and not firefighters. Of course, you shouldn't really say firefighters either. The correct term is male stripper. Despite the row over sexism, Peppa Pig is actually very progressive and is currently transitioning into a string of sausages. Rob's team, what do you think Britain likes to do on its mobile phone?
Ring people?
Not in our list. I mean, literally, no one's using the phone for that anymore. When someone rings you now, it's like, what? What's going on?
I like a phone call.
I don't.
That's because I'm not very good at spelling, to be honest.
I find I hate autocorrect.
Yeah.
When you say you want to put your massive clock in someone's hairy aunt.
Don't knock it till you tried it, Jimmy.
Ryland. We're going to have a short break while I try it.
Is it messaging people then? WhatsApping?
WhatsApp's the big
WhatsApp.
Messenger? The worst thing on a WhatsApp is when you're in a stag do group and then it comes up, the no-name numbers. Oh no, I'm on a stag do with no-name numbers. You're just, who is this loon? It's unsettling, isn't it? And then they see no-name numbers, starts typing, you think, oh God, this is going to be racist or
Yeah, they always...
And all you know about them, no name, but just a picture of them holding a massive carp.
Oh.
Yeah.
These girls all just pointed to this lad when you said that.
What, because of the carp or the racism?
Yeah, happy balance.
The carp. I would prefer all of those terrible things over a hen do WhatsApp, which is just arranging backs to pay for things. It's like, I've ordered this, it's £15, if you'll put in £1.90, we got some spare to buy her a drink when she gets there. And I said, I'll just pay for it, because I'm not going to back someone £1.90. They went, all right, Johnny Big Bollocks. I'm showing off with my TV money. £15.
WhatsApp is the difference between boys and girls' interaction in real life. Like, girls would be like, oh my God, I feel really bad about Terry, you know, I've been feeling really insecure. Are you OK, babe? And they'll all jump in on the chat. What's made you feel different? Then on Terry's WhatsApp group, do you want to see an old lady wank off a goat?
I'm in a WhatsApp group that was called The Three Musketeers. It was with my two best friends.
Yeah.
And then it was called Two Musketeers and One Dick, after a night out that I don't remember.
I think administrators have too much power in a WhatsApp group. Because it is a brutal place. Hey guys, my birthday! And there's like Rob left.
The only thing worse than being added into a WhatsApp group is finding out there is one you're not in.
The side group.
Which means they're slagging you off.
The side group is terrifying.
They know.
Are you in the female comedians WhatsApp? That is a loaded question. Okay. So there's a female comedians WhatsApp.
No, I know. I'm in it, but I'm deep undercover.
Hang on. Who's in this group, then?
Like,
Just all
everyone...
the really funny female comedians. All the really funny female comedians that Sarah's friends with are in the group,
No, but
and then there's you.
Look, you're going to get added and you're not going to like it.
I don't want a pity ad.
I'll add you and I'll be like, guess who was really great on TV tonight?
And I'll say, new number, who's this?
Do you like that carp?
Oti, on Strictly, is there a WhatsApp group?
Yes, we have one just for dancers every year because they replace us.
And do you have one for the people that you're having affairs with? Is it just...
What slap? No, we have one just for pros, then we have one for pros and celebs, and then when we go on tour, we have another one.
And what goes on tour stays on tour.
Yeah. Jimmy,
Except sometimes when you get home, you have to take antibiotics.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Are all the dancers in the dancer one? Or
Yes.
Is
No, all
there
of
one
us.
person that's not in it? I'm the Anton de Beck of comics.
Oti, can I ask about the judges on Strictly? Are they in the group, or...?
No. They probably have their own group because we have to keep it really professional. So the dancers stick with the dancers and the judges with the judges.
Oh, if only the dancers stuck with the
Don't
dancers.
even go there.
And not with the contestants.
Sometimes a
Home wrecker.
I'm officially not allowed to do Strictly.
Why?
Because of recent... Well, for obvious reasons. If you're grinding on someone for 12 weeks and they're hot, I mean, if Shirley Ballas so much as looked at me, I'd go off like a joke cigar by the end of the series. It would, if I was dancing with you, it would be like a punched icing back.
It would not.
Punched icing back. Please.
Oh, dear.
But no one dances because they want to dance. You just dance someone to get off with them, don't you?
Exactly, thank you.
I've never gone out, oh, let's have a good old dance. It's like, hopefully, if she's dancing with me, she might be up for it.
So, why don't we have a quick texting challenge? So, all get your phones out. Your challenge is to get someone to text you back a picture of a banana smile. I'll demonstrate a banana smile.
I'm living in Morrison.
If they love you, they get a banana.
Oh,
It's got to be a banana. You can't use a dick.
I'm out.
He's heard just the banana. I don't know what that means as a reply. Can I do a word memo? To just put it in front of your mouth like a smiley
Don't
mouth.
do it, it's a trap. Oh, no, we're on the same team!
Please, just play along.
I'm sorry.
So, well, in fairness, Ryland has been fooled
Ryland.
before, and I'm so sorry about that.
How many ends in banana?
I'm saying it, but all I'm going to get back is why, what's wrong, what...
What's wrong? He's always doing this.
I got one!
What have you got?
I got a double whammy, 2 people.
Oh, my God, that is incredibly quick.
I got one. Too slow.
Gutted.
Sarah's got one already.
Hang on.
Yeah, I got one as well, but he was too slow.
We got one.
Oh, we got one here.
You've got one? Let's have a look.
Who's that?
Who's that? Who we got? Is that one of the dancers?
I've got
No,
one.
not one of the dancers.
Oh, that's one of the contestants she's having sex with.
Have you seen Russell's? It's amazing.
Let's have a look.
My mate Dan, what a dickhead, he sent me his arse with a face on it and a banana.
Which
How
camera is
quickly
that?
did he do that? Maisie, you get the point for that because that was so quick.
That's my mate Beth. You can always count on her with a banana. She was the first friend to tell me what an orgasm was. And I used to sit at the back with Beth because she was a lot more street smart than me. And I wrote a little note in the back of my book saying, what's an orgasm? Because I'd heard it. And she wrote back, I've still got the back of the maths book, and it says, it's when your fanny gets excited. Those are the friends you need.
And then when it happened, did you like think of her?
I was like, that's it.
Is that your celebration?
Yeah.
Have you never made a woman? Have you never made a woman?
Yeah, that's it.
We all do.
We all do.
Is your wife faking?
No, she doesn't. She does 2 hands. She's over-egging it, isn't she? She's bringing a plane in. Come on. Small marker, like.
That's why porn is so unrealistic, because the women are never doing
never
that.
go.
And that's the sign that it's real.
OK, well, let's see if it's up there. Yes, it's messaging. I like the way pictures you send disappear on Snapchat. So if I send my girlfriend a photo of my erect penis, it only lasts 10 seconds. Just like the real thing. Sarah, what else do people do with their mobile phones?
Social media.
Social media.
Everyone on the Facebook and the Twitter and Instagram.
Are you on the social media?
I'm on all of the social media.
All of the social
all
media?
of the social media. One of my friends the other day, she's not a friend, but someone I know, someone I know was
Is it one of the girls that you kept out of the group?
Bringing them up! You're going to be added and you're going to be hated.
Okay.
All the female comedians' WhatsApp group is, as you'd expect, just talking about shoes and how many of them we can buy with the money we get from stealing men's places on panel shows.
Memes are pretty common on social media, usually just a bit of fun. Check out this intense description of a meme war.
I can have a meme war with anybody and destroy him. And I've done it. And people actually bail at the end and go, who is this guy? He's got like every meme ever produced on the internet. He can knock us out with his memes. And I do, I have tons of memes. I'll just keep memeing them to death. Until they just surrender. Because they just can't do it anymore. They don't have the memes that I have. A lot of times in a meme war, it's about speed. You gotta get to your memes quick. If you can't get to them quick, you're useless. They'll just keep blasting you with memes and you can't fire back. So you have to know where your memes are.
You've got to respect a man that's trying to show off about how tech-savvy he is when he's on a desktop computer in his kitchen. Yeah. It's 1998. I've got a banana update. My mum's text said, we ain't got any in. I've Googled one for you.
Many parents are worried about the effects of social media on their children, but few take it as far as this concerned mother. Take a look at what she does to her kid's phone.
I hereby denounce the effects that social media have on my children, their disobedience and their disrespect. Charlie.
Well, I suppose the obvious thing to ask is, Rob, why is your mum doing that voice? I don't know what her kids did to deserve that, but I'm guessing they did something bad.
Well, I thought the dog was going to get it at some point.
She's a stupid cow. She could have sold that phone for £50 on eBay.
My thing with social media is, I do think it's making us slightly more anxious. So it's hard to do this, but try to live your life, just try it for a day by this maxim. If I did it in real life, what would the consequences be? So you wouldn't draw back your curtains and show your baby in the bath to a street full of strangers and go, you man with your hand in the pockets, will you like my baby? Girls, you wouldn't run into Asda and go, everyone stop shopping, look at my smoky eye.
No, of course not. That's someone who needs counselling.
Tagging yourself into hospital without explanation is one of the cruelest things I've ever seen. Russell is at Southend Hospital. Why? Guess. Do you know what I can't bear as well? The fake boasting. I'm so happy with my new sofa. And it's nothing to do with the sofa. She's in a bikini. It's like, who likes my new sofa? Oh, my God, my flaps come out. I can't believe it. Oh, no. I've got a cartoon dog face on. If you've got a cartoon dog face and you're fanning out on the internet and you're 35, get help!
Or get paid for it.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking.
OK, let's see if social media is up there. Yes, it's social media. I'm very plugged in when it comes to social media, so if you want me to like your Facebook page, just fax it over to me and I'll see what I can do. Rob's team, one more thing still to get. Oti, what do you think?
Play games.
Play games?
Yeah.
What kind of games? Like the games where marriages break up because you're having an affair with your husband on a dancing show? Those kind of games, Oti?
Yeah, Candy Crush.
Candy Crush?
Yeah, Candy Crush.
OK, Candy Crush. Do you play Candy Crush?
No.
What do you play on the phone?
Touching the buzzer.
You play any games, Casey?
I peaked when that Pokemon Go thing was going around.
Oh, yeah, that was huge.
No, it annoyed me.
Well, it was like Deliveroo for paedophiles, wasn't it?
I hated it. I was going travelling across America when it got really, really popular. Yeah. And at one point, we were on the Amtrak train in the dead of night going across, like, the Colorado desert. And people were going on the train tracks in order to get a Pikachu or something.
I won't go on the tracks for a Pikachu, but a Charizard I will.
Ryla, are you a games person? Do you play any games?
Not really, no, but I downloaded this game, and it's like you're a pilot. And, like, you land the plane and then you take off.
Well, remember when I asked you if you play any games? That's a game, isn't it? You're not really flying a plane, are you?
Unless that is how EasyJet make it so cheap.
Oh, I enjoy it, because I always wanted to be a pilot as well, so I thought I'd try that.
What about being cabin crew?
Oh, Julia, that's right. Well, you actually went there. Of course.
I am offended.
Yeah, OK, so what are the games? Sarah, do you play any games?
It's not a game, but one of my, lots of my friends have had babies and they all do this squeezy thing, so I'm doing it as well.
You should never squeeze.
You know, but no, not the baby.
Oh.
You stole all my friends.
What do you squeeze?
Pelvic floor, bro.
Oh,
Your pelvic floor.
Are you doing it now?
You'll know.
I like we've now got a meme for the show. Oh, watch out, 10 cats. Everybody's coming.
And obviously men have them as well. All bodies have a pelvic floor.
Are you doing it right now?
No.
I am now, because you brought it up.
Yeah, me too.
Oh,
I'm like, hold it.
Some of this lot are.
I'm doing it. I reckon I could carry this chair home.
Go on.
Well, I can tell you playing games is not one of the top things you do with your phones, but people have developed various injuries from continuously playing games on their mobile phones. You can get tech neck, smartphone finger, and red raw porn penis. OK, fingers on buzzers, one more thing still to get. What do you think?
Like using the camera photos and selfies and stuff like that?
Yeah, I mean, it's a huge thing. Have you taken many selfies?
I don't take that many selfies, really. I don't really like my face.
Why not?
Everyone else loves it, mate.
The joyful thing about your face is you never look like you're in a mood.
That's what annoys me about... You see, like, them, like, really fit models, right, and they're really attractive. They've always got the ump. Do you know what I mean? They're always sitting there with the ump. Yeah. I'm happy sitting here with a body like a bag of mashed potato.
It's a weird thing, like the supermodels, like when you see an advert for, like, I don't know, like Chanel or whatever it is, or Louis Vuitton or something.
I think we have different targeted ads. Kind of all Harvester and Lidl. So when you see happy mum on the back of the school run, come on,
No, there is a happy mum in those, but the models in the kind of high-fashion ones are always like... I'll tell you what I love on the cameras, on the phones. The great thing is the technology. I enjoy the face swap. The face swap technology is not fussy about what faces it swaps. Take a look at this. That's the best thing I've ever seen. And that's permanent.
We take photos all the time. Like, my mum's got about 15 photos of me. Right, but now on your mobile phones, I've got about 20 of a pigeon I saw on a slide the other day.
Ryland, do you take a lot of photos?
What have you got of me?
We've got a selection of dick pics.
I thought that the injunction stopped that.
I've never sent a dick pic. I mean, I struggle getting a good angle of my face. Never mind that sad little albino slug I've got down there.
Take it from the top.
Yeah, is that the best angle?
Well, I don't know if it's the best angle, but like that's what they did. They go,
flaccid or hard?
I've never sent a naked picture of myself to any girl.
Usually soft.
Yeah.
Maybe my guys just like me more. The dick thing is really weird.
It is.
Yeah.
I had this row with a guy, and you might agree with this, because he was saying it's because men are aroused more quickly by something visual, where sometimes women take longer. And his evidence for that was that women don't open their eyes when you go down on them. And obviously, I can't answer for all women.
I can't answer that either.
No. But I just have to say this. If you're going down on a woman and her eyes are closed, that is not because we are not visual. It's because of what it looks like from where we are. What it looks like is the scene in Titanic where Kate Winslet is on a door and Leonardo DiCaprio is bobbing around. He's bobbing around and is freezing to death.
Yeah.
So, yes, we keep our eyes closed because it's too sad.
It is tougher in the winter, though. That job is tougher in the winter.
What?
If you haven't got the heating on, you're out the covers down there. It's an absolute...
Oh, yeah.
Drafty up the arse, isn't it? It's a nightmare. You start trying to pull it back down. She's going freezing.
OK, let's have a look and see if our cameras are up there. Yes, indeed, it's using the camera. Personally, I've never sent a dick pic. I do things the old-fashioned way. I send ladies a brass rubbing of my junk. A survey's found more than a third of Brits have taken a selfie at a funeral. I had to take a few. Nana had her eyes closed. So those were the top 3 things people use their mobile phone for. But of course, other uses are booking taxis. Uber plan to launch flying taxis by 2023. Exciting times. Imagine being trapped inside a metal box in the sky with a potential sex offender. Dating apps are all well and good, but there is an issue. Some men create false identities online, and that can be very dangerous for vulnerable 18-year-old cheerleaders like me. I don't want to make a big deal about it, but I recently completed Grindr. The big boss at the end was really hard. It's Rob's team. What do you think are the best things Europe's given us?
I mean, food's got to be up there.
Do you like European food? What's your favourite European food?
I'm not a big fan of European food. I prefer British food.
What sort of thing?
Nando's, Cafe Rouge, Zzz's.
Proper stuff, isn't it?
Yeah, proper stuff.
European food, what do you think?
Pizzas aren't real food anyway. That's a cheese and tomato toasty. Mediterranean food is the kind of food you eat when you can't be asked to cook.
But that's because you can't cook.
Yeah.
That is true.
Nearly for you, you just put people in seats.
Good place got you there.
I mean, it's true, it's a fair point. I'm not a good cook.
Are you not a good cook?
Tapas I don't understand, because that's not enough. Is that Spanish for not enough?
We haven't made enough of that. Have some of that.
No, we'll need more. We're going to need more. And when, like, in this country, we celebrate big portions, don't we?
Yes.
Not tiny portions. Like, we were like, people boast about going somewhere where you could, all you could eat.
All you can eat.
All you can eat. So tapas doesn't work.
You've not had Greek food, have you?
I have had Greek food.
Well,
but
that's like if you come to my house on my dad's Greek.
There are loads.
Oh, there's a pig. There's a pig and a goat and a whole farm. It's not a spit.
Little.
Like old MacDonald,
Yeah.
just with a line through it. Listen, Jimmy, just between you and me, right? I've said some real bad stuff about Brexit because I think it's a really bad idea. And I'm a bit worried now that it's happening, they're going to deport me. I basically need to roll some of that back. Leave means leave. I hate all European food. I just want to eat sausage and mash and fish and chips. And I just want it to get all bunged up in my bowels. And I just want to feel blockages because there should be no freedom of movement, whether it's goods and people across the border or feces coming out of my anus.
Can we just take a moment there to enjoy the punchline? Feces coming out of my anus. Do you eat any European foods, Judy? What's your favourite?
Okay, so I like pizza, I like Italians.
Where do you stand on a calzone?
On the cows only.
A calzone, a folded pizza.
Oh, everything on me is folded, so I really ain't got no complaints. They say Mediterranean food is like some of the most healthiest. They say that they live the longest.
Yeah, they reckon in Italy, north of Italy, they've got the longest life expectancy in the world. 100 years they live to.
It's too long, isn't it?
That's a lot.
I'd rather have KFC and tap out at 75.
That's a lot of council tax.
I don't think... You never hear that, though, when Jamie Oliver's banging on about eat some more olive oil, live to 100. 80 to 100, those are 20 boring years.
Oh, yeah.
No one ever goes, oh, my God, I've had a blinding 85th birthday.
No, not unless you're Jamaican. My dad's about 85, and I swear that.
About 85, we don't know.
Who knows? Who's my dad? And he has a lovely time. He has a lovely time. I've got a 2-year-old sister.
Kerry, what do you think?
No disrespect, but too many cheeses in France.
What do you mean?
We've got cheddar, we've got the orange one. Dairy Lee, cheese strings.
Laughing
What's
cow.
The one with the cow, yeah.
Quavers.
Quavers.
We don't need all the other ones.
Brexit means Brexit.
Also, there's too much option with European, like all the pasta shapes. Like, I argue with my kids about pasta shapes, and they're like, oh, we don't like bows, we only like shells. I'm like, you don't give a shit about shape when it's chocolate. And they always... they don't have the cock and balls pasta shapes at supermarkets. What's that one called?
Is that for hen do?
I don't think that's an Italian tradition, Kerry.
There is!
that if you're cooking-
Testicalia!
Testicalia!
You can get that. My dad was a chef, and there was a time where he was a really good cook, but then something happened, I think laziness, and the stuff he cooks now, me and my brother call it, like, filthy delicious. This is not a lie. The other day, we were like, what are you going to have for dinner, Dad? And he was like, I'm going to treat myself, get something a little bit special, just something ready-made. I'm going to get a quiche and have some chippies with it. He accidentally mistook a quiche for a chocolate tart. And he cooked a Sara Lee chocolate tart with chips and was like that. Something's wrong. The egg is very bad in this quiche.
So, OK, well, I'm starting to understand why the Greek economy is ruined. Now, we all like pizza, right? We all like pizza. There's some unusual ways of eating it. Take a look at this.
I'm glad he turned around. I thought he was just going straight through the back of his head. Passing it through.
Could you do that?
I could do that.
Excellent.
Oh, no, hang on.
I've got pizzas.
No.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, and over. Lovely.
Okay.
Oh, my God, that's massive!
I don't like... hang on.
Oh, my...
Is this like a proper Italian...
I think someone's left it in the garden, Jim.
You're taking the veg off. Oh, you are so South London.
If it was any good, they would have chopped it up and put it in the sauce. So what have I got to try and do this in
You've
one
got to
go?
try and get that in one. Right.
Oh, my God.
Oh, hang on. Oh, I think you can do it. Incredible.
It's like watching a cow birth in reverse.
I could do extra work on Emmerdale. You can't afford a real cow. Come here, give me the piece. That's what.
Your wife is so lucky, Rob.
My eyes started watering. I had a newfound respect for certain activities.
With British food, like, there's a restaurant in Paris, isn't there, where it's British cuisine?
That's right. And lots of Italians, Greek, French, restaurants.
It's such a lovely accent. You just do anything for
Could
him.
you say aubergine?
Anything.
Aubergine.
Oh, for God's sake.
Can you say, I regret to tell you that we're going to have to put your dog down?
Je suis désolé de vous dire, mais on va devoir tuer votre chien.
Do it! Put it down!
Do you know what?
Take it.
Throw it in the canal. Gorgeous.
I'm going to get a dog so you can put it down.
Sorry, throw it in the canal. What vets are you using, Jimmy?
The one next to the canal. Right, let's see if food is up there. Yes, it's European food. European food is incredibly varied, whether you want to have the shits, the squits, the squirts, or the skitters. There's something for everyone. In the 1950s, you could only find olive oil in the chemists, so I guess our nanas were using olive oil as lube. Different types of food are popular in different parts of the country. For example, Brummies love a curry, Geordies enjoy a Chinese, whilst the most popular food in Liverpool is prison. OK, let's test how well you know your European delicacies. Rob, Judy, let's go and play the European Food Challenge. Oh, OK. Come on. Right, OK. Here we go. OK, it's the cat's taste test, so blindfolds on.
It's like one of your dinner parties, Jim. Blindfolds on. It's his house, we do what he says.
You've seen Eyes Wide Shut?
No, just that the last time I put blindfolds on and put something in my mouth, I got pregnant. So I'm just...
OK, Rob, you are first. You've got to tell me what this is and what country it's from, OK?
You putting it in?
Yeah.
It says, oh.
Open wide, open wide. No, you're
I thought I
fine.
had another 10 years till the jungle. Oh.
That's...
Oh, I thought you gave me a lot then. It's like a German sausage, isn't it?
Oh.
Yeah, Frankfurter from Germany, yes.
Oh.
OK. Judy, you're up next. All right, just open wide. Take a bite.
It's a bit cheesy. I wonder if this is what Fred tastes like.
OK. Judy, what do you think? What is that?
Some kind of cheese.
Some kind of cheese. From
brie,
where?
From... What's his called place?
France?
Yeah.
France. You needed a clue for France? OK, that's French époisse. OK, so this one.
Is it me?
You ready? Yeah, OK,
Oh.
hang on.
Oh.
Yeah.
I can't get through these. What is this? It tastes like flesh.
I don't like people with weird laughs.
It feels like raw bacon.
Oh, I'll give you that. It's Romanian sallow cured back fat. There you go. OK, Judy, open your mouth. OK, wide. OK, I'll do a little spoon. There you go. What do you think, Judy? Well, Well, you turned on a sixpence there, didn't you?
Is there any more? I just need to taste it again.
Yeah, there is. Okay.
What is it? You like it, though, don't you, Jude?
I'll taste it. Could you tell from the way I was clapping my lips?
Yeah. You are not letting any flavour escape them lips, are you?
All this waste!
Okay, what do you
I think it's like pickled cabbage or something.
Yes, I'll give you that. It's sauerkraut. OK, Rob, you got the most right. A big round of applause for Rob and Judy. Right. OK. Carrie, what do you think? What else have the Europeans given us?
They've given us art and things like that. Culture. Culture. They gave us culture.
From the Greeks to the Italians to the French.
Yeah, and we don't need it anymore after Brexit. We've got the British Museum that's full of stuff that was stolen by British people.
My dad cried when he went to the British Museum.
Why? Because he saw all his stuff.
So let's get other elements of European
Come on,
culture.
move on, move on.
Art. Loads of paintings. Dali, Picasso, Van Gogh.
Van Gogh.
Well, we wouldn't have the scream emoji if it wasn't.
Mona Lisa.
Right. I wouldn't bother queuing 5 hours to see the Mona
No.
Lisa. Apparently, it used to hang on the wall of Napoleon's bedroom, didn't it? Because he used
Yeah.
to sort of revel in her beauty, which is code for wank too.
Revel in her beauty is a lovely expression, though. I was on YouPorn last night, revelling in some of the ladies' beauty.
I always get a bit frustrated by the statues of normally naked men. It's great, but they always get the knob wrong.
Have you ever seen a European willy, though? Because my memory of my dad's willy from growing up, honestly... I just realised what that sounded like.
Your dad's knob, paint us a picture.
And then he's like, you know, he's very hairy because he's Mediterranean, so it's like a lovely, thick, sort of black hair around it, but a bit sort of crispy, so it's like old hair.
Yeah.
Does it look a bit like, you know, like a mini egg in a cornflake cupcake?
Exactly! Exactly. Thank you, Rob.
So would you say the statues are actually quite complimentary?
Yes, honestly. Whenever there's a willy missing, because I think a lot of the willies have gone on those statues, haven't they?
Hindus.
OK, let's see if it's up there. Yes, European culture. 6 million visitors see the Mona Lisa in Paris every year. If I want to see a miserable woman looking disappointed, I could just stay home and have sex. OK, fingers on buzzers. What do you think, Rob?
I think it might be fashion.
Fashion?
You're a pretty well-dressed guy.
Yeah, fashion.
Always, French and Italians always are very smart, don't they?
All the fashion houses, they're all European, aren't they? So it's Paris Fashion Week,
Yeah.
Milan,
Yeah.
it's big on fashion.
Croydon Fashion Week.
Croydon Fashion Week.
But why is it that they're all the most amazing? Because I agree, obviously amazing fashion houses in Europe, but then I feel like European fashion on the whole is very like a lovely tight bootcut jean, little tight tank top on a man.
Yeah. People are very dismissive of the catwalk. They just, oh, these models, they make a fortune just walking up and down. But it's not always easy. Have a look. This is a joy. Oh, it's OK, she's got it. Don't worry about that.
Don't drop the watering can.
And she's off. It looks easy.
The thing is, you don't need to see that on a fashion catwalk. You can see that any Saturday night in any market town in this country.
Well, I can tell you that fashion is not one of the top 3 things, but my top fashion tip, horizontal stripes can make you look fat, especially if they're the stripes in Viennetta, lasagna and Victoria sponge. OK, fingers on buzzers. What else has Europe given us?
Eurovision.
Yes.
Eurovision, of course.
Basically, Eurovision, like, can go, can't it? Like, that should go. If we've only got 12 years left on the planet, I think we can bin all of Eurovision.
Hang on, this
It's
is...
a waste
What a
of
terrible way to
electricity.
hear. We've got 12 years left.
We only enjoy it ironically. No one's enjoying it sincerely, are they?
Is it
So it's
why we
one big
voted
thing-
Leave then? Because of the Eurovision?
Well, I wouldn't be surprised, because it's all shit.
Natasha, are you a fan of Eurovision?
I absolutely love it. My favourite about Eurovision, though, is, you know, when they're at the end, where they cut to all the different countries in their booths with flags, and you just know it stinks of farts and cheese and onion crisps.
I like it when they do the scores and you basically get to see every country's Stephen Mulhern. He turns up like, hello, guys! He's away from Lisbon and it's 9 points! And they've built up their little moments so big.
Well, if you...
Nish, have you ever watched it?
No! It's about 17 hours long.
Why are you all so miserable?
Listen, if I want to see someone singing badly, I'll just go down to the Milan bar in East Croydon.
Well, I can tell you that Eurovision is not in our top 3. OK, fingers on buzzers. One more thing to get.
Could it be package holidays, going to Europe for holidays?
Have you been on a package holiday?
Have I been on a package holiday, mate? The worst bit for me on a package holiday was when you're on the coach. Basically, you have to play hotel bingo. Right, there's two... well, one is sometimes you don't even know what hotel you're going to. Back in the day, you didn't. You just got recommended one. So you pull up outside and going, oh, please, no. And then they announce it, you go, oh, yeah, these losers are going, yes! And the worst was always one dickhead on the coach, and he just like, oh, please don't be on mine, please don't be on mine. Because the worst is holiday friends.
Oh.
And then when someone wants to be your mate, and then you say, oh, leave me, I've got mates at home I don't like, I don't need another pair.
I only went on my first all-inclusive quite recently. I've always been a bit snobby about an all-inclusive, no disrespect, Rob.
Oh.
Right? But now, I've been on one, because you get a wristband, and it gives you power. Like, you... Yes! When you've got a wristband, you can...
punch me?
Yes! You can have everything. Yeah. So within a day, I was like under the ice cream, giving the kids cocktails, I was mainlining fizzy wine. Get a wristband!
You can't commit a crime either, just so it gets hidden away. It's all
Definitely. I'm on a gold band, I can do what I want.
What's gold band?
No, like when you get invited to a wedding, but you've only been invited to the disco. That's blue band.
Right.
But if you've been invited to the whole shindig, gold band, mate. You can do what you like.
Eat what you want.
I've been to a lot of Indian weddings, and so if you get invited to the whole day, that's normal. And if you get invited to just the evening, that means that you're white.
Also, booking a holiday is a nightmare, booking a foreign holiday, because when you have to book it on the website and then it's stressful, because you have those pop-ups that go, 17 other people are looking at this holiday now, 3 of them have just booked this holiday, and you're like, I've got 2 kids, I'm just going to have to leave one! It's a nightmare. When we leave the EU, does that mean that holidays are going to be more of a challenge, like going abroad? So we're going to have more British holidays?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
I mean, it's packing for a British holiday that's a massive pain, isn't it? Because you need to pack for every season. So you've got to put a gagool in, flip-flops, snow boots, visor, factor 50, galoshes.
The only good thing about, like, if package holidays become a thing of the past is we'll avoid the sunbed thing, having to get the right sunbed. That could be a nightmare. Take a look at this footage.
Here he goes, and they're on the started orders. He's going to clap, and a whole swarm of them, they're off. Look at that. How mad this is, just like ants. I've never seen anything like it. We're all watching it because we're all horrified that we've had to do this every day on holiday, Lella. This has ruined my holiday.
The problem is, with package holidays, there's always a geezer that's been there a bit longer than you. And they corner you going, what you want to do is you can go to that bit of the beach, get an ice cream from that place there, dinner, get there at 8:15. That's when it's fresh. It's been restocked. You get there at 6, it's fresh, but who eats at 6? The Spanish eat at 10, the mad bastards. And I'm like, mate, you literally got it 12 hours before me.
But you know what's funny, I think, for us as British, when we go to other countries, the first thing, the priority for us is to find out which restaurant and cafe does British food. That's what it is. Not where the hospitals are, do you know what I mean? Not what my room
Who
looks
arrives on holiday and goes, right, where are the hospitals? OK, let's have a look and see if it's up there. Yes, it's package holidays. Resorts like Magaluf have become a mixture of different cultures. For instance, the most popular breakfast is a croissant washed down with a pint of Zambuca and the morning after pill. Other things Europe has given us. IKEA. I went to IKEA once, never again. I found it very stressful. You know those display toilets don't flush? I I love IKEA. It's great for people who want to have a massive, bitter row with their family but can't be bothered to wait until Christmas. And the Olympics. The Greeks invented the Olympics and anal sex. I just can't be bothered with the Olympics. Rob Steen, what do you think the nation will be talking about this week?
Well, it must be the new Brexit developments.
Yeah.
'Cause I don't know much about this, but I think this might go down as one of the worst Brexits ever. The extensions. All I hear on the news, extension, this, extension, that. I'm so annoyed with it. I don't even go in my conservatory anymore. I'm sick of extensions.
I think Donald Tusk, who I can only assume is a cartoon elephant, he called it Flextension. And the Flextension is meant to be till June 30th, and that just doesn't work for me because it's my birthday and Cheryl Cole's birthday. People will be having barbecues. The next day, no one's gonna be in any fit state to fight for diabetes medicine in Dover. It's not a good day.
June 30th is also when Glastonbury ends, which I think is a really good time because I think it'll make the transition easier because you'll just have been like living in a tent, shitting in the woods, eating out of tins. Then you go to no deal Brexit, which will be exactly the same, except you won't have to listen to George Ezra.
Obviously, Theresa May's been doing her best because a lot of people are a bit confused as to what's going on. So this week she made a video like that they put online for social media.
The thing I thought is the country desperately needs some money. If Theresa May's going to make a home video, she's got to go down the Kim Kardashian route.
That is a challenging way.
They're all challenging for me, Jimmy.
I think it's weird with the Corbyn-Theresa talks because, like, the thing they keep saying is that both sides are showing flexibility, and neither of them look like they can touch their own knees. I mean, it's...
Nothing wrong with that.
Imagine if they really got on, though. Because they've probably never sat down. Imagine if they sat
Do you
really
think Theresa May and Corbyn might be pounding it out?
Yeah. Imagine it. Then it's like, oh, it's all getting a bit stressful. Should I put some music on? And like, oh, I love Lighthouse Family too. Oh. Well, no, should we start soft then go hard? Oh, Jezza!
I think you're absolutely right, Rob. I think it is hot and heavy in those Theresa May-Corbyn negotiations.
Because he's a strange geezer. He always looks like his clothes are stained with piss, but he's quite powerful, isn't he? You know what I mean? Yeah, and I reckon she might like that, and they're like, oh, and she's like, oh, what do you want to do about the customs union? Oh, do you want to do it Norway style, Theresa? Oh. I think I've overthought this.
I imagine Corbyn is like that one that you've always got on your WhatsApp group when you arrange a night out and everybody agrees, and there's always one prick who'll be like, actually, nah, go somewhere else. You know when, like, people have a bad day at work and you just go, yeah, tomorrow will be better. Theresa May just gets worse. She never gets up in the morning and goes, today's your day, Theresa.
She is one rejection away from having her shoelaces taken off her. It's
The thing about Theresa May is I feel like they're always saying she doesn't care about us, it's all about party management. And I think that Theresa May would throw a really shit party. Like, you'd blow out your candles, and when you opened your eyes, all the people would have been deported.
Yeah. Do you like her, Sophie?
No, who I like in Brexit is all the supporting characters. So I really like Jacob Rees-Mogg because he's sinister, but he's quite seductive.
Yeah.
I mean, if that's your type, you're in luck. Anna, have you got any advice for Theresa May? What would you say to her now?
Well, I mean, I think she proves that, you know, women can multitask really, really well because, I mean, let's face it, she's, you know, fucking up her own party, fucking up Brexit, and also fucking up the nation.
Well done,
but I say work on the videos. I'm looking forward to seeing more of her home videos because I can just see her now, you know, on her Instagram feed, just kicking back with her husband in the hot tub. You know, boobs floating on top of the water. Just talking about the backstop.
I'm all about that, mine. Have your boobs learned to play piano?
And where was the meeting? At Downing Street or Corbyn's bedsit?
I imagine they met on, like, neutral territory somewhere.
Like the Weatherspoons at Beaconsfield Services? It's like in between London and Chequers, isn't it? Sort of.
Beaconsfield?
Yeah. Beaconsfield.
Beaconsfield.
Each their own.
Do you reckon they might row about whether it's Brexit or Brexit?
I always say Brexit.
Yeah, but there's a lot of politicians say Brexit.
What do you call it?
Fucking huge mistake.
Now, not every politician has been consistent on Brexit. Take a look at this spiky introduction of one MP on Channel 4 News.
Well, the Conservative MP Ben Bradley is in the House of Commons. He voted to remain, then became a Brexiteer, then voted against the deal, then voted for the deal, then said he'd struggle to back the deal again, but now says he will back the deal. Ben Bradley, why do you get to change your mind?
Yes! He's done you! He's done you!
He's not messing about, is he? They're running out of politicians. That's the issue. Because, like, everyone changes so quickly, you can't keep up. The geezer is a health secretary. He's called, is it Mick Hancock? Who the fuck is Mick Hancock? I'll be more
I think he's
confident
called
with Mick
Matt. He's called Matt Hancock, and you've proved your own point by getting it wrong. It does seem bizarre, though. You don't know, like, even if you take an interest in politics now, so many people have resigned, you don't know who's on the front benches.
The thing is, we may have to still go to the European elections, even though we're leaving. So I think what we should do is, because we haven't got any politicians left, why don't we just send some reality stars?
Yeah.
Just send Gemma Collins out to be our European Member of Parliament. She'd be less like, don't look at me like that, Tusk. The GC is ready for the EU. Is the EU ready for the GC? You wait till I slap those tariffs on. You can't afford this candy.
Well, let's see if it's up there. OK. Yes, it's Theresa May's Brexit deal. Last week, Theresa May wrote to the EU asking to delay Brexit until the 32nd of February 2011. People are getting worried about Brexit negotiations, but don't worry, guys. We've got Britain's shittest ever Prime Minister on it. Some people call Theresa May a traitor. It's very unfair. She's incompetent, robotic, useless, inflexible, and a dog-shit negotiator. But she's no traitor. Theresa May has got into bed with Jeremy Corbyn, which has annoyed Diane Abbott, because that used to be her job. OK, Katherine, what else have the nation been talking about the last week?
Britain's Got Talent.
Oh, yeah, it's back. Did you watch it?
I would watch Britain's Got Talent if Ant had carried on drinking. All right? I think what this show needs is a couple of tipsy gents putting a ventriloquist in a headlock. I can't watch it the way it is. And if you've ever seen American kids rap or dance, you don't think Britain's Got Talent. You think, oh, Britain's got to start funding the arts. They're not.
What talents do we have in this room? Anna, what do you think if you went on Britain's Got Talent?
Well, I can spot a cock from 100 paces. I am known as Witchy Richie. Witchy Richie.
Well, I like that. What do you do?
I can read the tarot cards.
Do you genuinely...
I genuinely
are mental. OK, so you can read the tarot?
I can read the tarot.
Well, do you want to do Rob's tarot? Do you want to do Rob's fortune?
Rob, I need you to, you know, you've got to take this seriously. Don't
OK,
don't mess with the tarot.
Don't read mine! Stay with me, you witch!
You need to shuffle.
Shuffle.
Think of a question. It's got to be a genuine question.
I don't want to know my future because I die in the bed sit.
All right, genuine question, something Rob cares about. It's going to be floss, I reckon.
Yeah, take it seriously.
OK, so this is
Witchy
Richie reading the tarot.
OK, with your question in mind, pick one that you're drawn
Right, I've got one. Do I have to put it down?
to. I need to see it.
Oh, right, OK. I didn't have to. I thought it was this dynamo for a minute. It's going to appear up there.
And another one, please.
OK. Have one, OK.
So he's got the Wheel of Fortune.
Yeah. And the Corbyn and May.
Interesting. He's also picked the Lovers, ladies and gentlemen. This is the answer. One more card, please.
OK. I've got the Hierophant.
No, you got the Hierophant. It's a little bit like Beaconsfield, isn't it?
Yeah, a little bit. It's so close, you know. I've not been there.
From Beaconsfield?
Bacon.
Your marriage is fucked. It'll be fine. You'll be fine. You'll be absolutely...
My question was, will Arsenal win the league next year?
Your marriage is fucked.
Fine, but do Arsenal win the league next year?
One card.
One card?
Rob, it might be good news, because maybe the reason your marriage is ending is that Arsenal wins and you spend a lot of time at the football.
The Night of Cups.
She's having an affair. I'm really sorry. I mean, you know... There's no easy way.
Or that's Arsenal with a cup.
What would your talent be, Sophie? What do you think?
I don't have a hidden talent because I think a lot of hidden talents are pointless. And I think, like, post-No Deal Brexit, I'm going to get a practical talent. So they'll bring me on Britain's Got Talent and be like, this is Sophie, she knows how to purify water. And then I'll be queen.
Alex, what would you do on Britain's Got Talent if you were?
I could do Justin Timberlake songs I could probably name from the first few seconds.
Are you a huge Justin Timberlake fan, or...?
Yeah, I've been to see him like 6 times. I even went in the wheelchair section for one of them. A geezer recognised me and he's like, do you want to come and, like, sit in this bit? I was like, fucking right I do, these are great seats. And then they were all parked up. And then I just went and kind of, like, sat next to them. But obviously, like, when Sexy Back hits, it just something takes over me. So I'm up, like, jumping, dancing. You see the people behind me.
It's a miracle. I can play music on my nose.
You play your nose?
Yeah,
Our next
I can
act,
play my nose.
ladies and gentlemen. Come on, let's see it. What would you do if Rob, if you had to go on there?
Well, I can do that, but with my arse.
OK, let's see if it's up there. Yes, it's the return of Britain's Got Talent. Ant is the perfect host for Britain's Got Talent because if anyone knows what it's like to be given one chance to impress a judge, it's Ant. OK, fingers on buzzers. What do you think?
Is it Prince William's work experience with MI5? He wants to be a spy. World's most famous man wants to see how he can blend in. And because of nepotism, he gets to do that. He could be an astronaut, he could play 3 weeks in goal for Man City, he could do anything he wants. He's not fetching people tea, he's not working in an office, he's gone straight to spy, and I love him for it.
This is why he makes such an excellent spy, because you'd never believe it was actually him. Like, if an eyewitness told you that Prince William rappelled into the British Museum, blew a security guard's brains out, and made out with a woman in a cocktail dress, you'd be like, yeah, sure. I think you mean Prince Harry.
I think there's some mission drift there. If you've broken into the Natural History Museum, shot a security guard, and got off with a lady. OK, national security-wise, I'm not sure what we've achieved, but well done.
He's like a toddler that's been asked what he wants to do. He's like, oh, yeah, please, can I be a helicopter driver? I'd like to be a spy man. And can I be king, please, Nanny?
He's not. He's going, one day I'm going to have to rule. I should learn all about my kingdom.
Bollocks. He wants a gadget and an Aston Martin. What is wrong with him?
Do you know he's just had a 90-foot hedge to stop people spying on him and his other half?
Yeah, but also, when he wants to spy, part of that hedge, he walked off in it. And he just goes in other people's garden.
Alex, have you ever done any work experience?
Yeah, I did it at the job centre. I had 2 jobs on the first day. Shredding stuff, like putting stuff through the shredder, it's fine, and making tea. And the second day, I was down to just doing the shredding because I kept spinning the tea.
I did work experience at my dad's engineering office, and then I started sleeping with someone there, didn't I? And my little sister also started doing work experience.
Not your dad, is it?
And she... No, and then my little sister also started doing work experience, and she started sleeping with someone there. And then my third sister did not get offered work experience. And while I was there, I got my dad to start taking the birth control pill because he found some in my desk, and I lied, and I said that it was for Irish skin. He was like, well, I've also got Irish skin. Can I please have some of this? And I said, of course you can. I gave him a month. And then he started taking them. He loved it. He kept it on his desk, and he'd show people. He'd be like, would you look at this? It's brilliant. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
Of course, now he's living as a woman. Well, I can tell you that Prince William's work experience at MI5 is not one of the most talked about things, but getting work experience at MI5 isn't as hard as you might think. All you need is a reference, a CRB check, and for your nan to be the fucking queen. All right, fingers on buzzers. What else have the nation been talking about this week?
Well, Game of Thrones is returning for the final series.
It's exciting, isn't it?
That's quite a big deal. It's weird. People get excited about it, like just a trailer. They're like, oh, the trailer's dropped, which I hate that word. You've got to be like under 25 to get away with dropped. Like my mum the other day went, oh, that new trailer's dropped. I was like, I think it's really sick.
I genuinely think that there's a good chance in this final series we're going to see a dwarf riding a dragon. And if that doesn't become a Paralympic sport...
OK, maybe Game of Thrones is good for representation in some areas, but I don't like it because I think it's racist.
You think it's racist?
I think Game of Thrones is racist. OK, fine, they've got these characters called the White Walkers, which is who I think Nigel Farage was leading from Sunderland to London. Even, like, Jon Snow said he'd never seen so many white people in one place, and he's, like, the main character.
They call it Game of Thrones, but it's not a game, is it? Fucking your sister's a choice. What's weird about it is, though, it got criticised, didn't it, for too many boobs. It was all dragons and tits. They went, oh, it's the dragons and tits show, right? It was too many boobs, wasn't it? But then what happened was, they went, OK, let's balance it up, get some dicks on screen.
I get
and
that too.
fine, and it went well dick heavy. I would say it's more dick and dragons than tit and dragons. But it's still got the reputation for being boob heavy.
Well, Anna, I mean, people in glass houses and all, I don't think...
But you're always a 50-50 split of dick and tit.
No, we're a little bit tit heavy, I think.
Are you?
I think so.
More tit than dick, I suppose, because there's always one dick, two tits.
Oh, exactly, it's maths.
It's simple math.
Johnny, you a big fan of Game of Thrones? Do you watch it?
Obviously, it's very hard to watch in the afternoon. Your son walks in, it feels like porn. It is drama. But you have to rush for the remote control and go, what are you watching? A drama!
It's not like soft porn. The only person it's pornography for is Donald Trump. Have you seen that wall? Oh, he loves it. Look at that wall, keeping them all out. That's what you need.
Alex, favourite character?
I do like Tyrion, obviously, like representing the Blue Badge crew. Also, the first couple of series, he was smashing anything as well, so...
Spoiler alert! I've not got that far. That annoys me about it. People just go, spoiler alert. You go, it was on 4 years ago.
I had someone say that about The Sixth Sense the other day. Come on. Off you fuck.
Oh, can't we look forward... Oh, I can't wait till Christmas. Spoiler alert! I'm not that far through the Bible. But one of my favourite things is that it keeps getting bigger and bigger and more successful. Every series it's getting bigger. And what I love about it is how angry Sean Bean must be. That he got killed off early doors.
Oh, spoiler.
Oh.
OK, let's see if it's up there. Of course, Game of Thrones. Game of Thrones has it all. A woman who had a baby with her brother, a man who had his penis chopped off, and a sex-mad dwarf. It's like they remade Jeremy Kyle in Narnia. The big question is, what are Game of Thrones fans going to do when it all ends? I guess start knocking one out to Doctor Who. So those were the most popular talking points this week, but in other news, the royal family attended a Netflix premiere at the Natural History Museum. Stuffy, boring and full of fossils. That's the royal family for you. And Donald Trump was in the news this week, trying to say the word origins.
I hope they now go and take a look at the origins of the investigation, the beginnings of that investigation. The Mueller report, I wish, covered the oranges, the beginnings of the investigation, how it started.
Oranges, I mean, he's only got to look in a mirror. Rob's team, what do you think the nation have been talking about this week?
Is it the return of Game of Thrones? First episode was this week.
Oh, well, this was huge. Did you watch it?
Yeah, I'm a big fan of it. I'll be honest with you, I've got no idea what's happening. I didn't know what was going on.
Have you watched the previous ones, though?
Nah.
OK.
Every
clip I've seen, it's just like women in white, and it's cheesy, and there's a sunset. It's just like one rollerblading scene away from being a medieval sanitary towel ad. It's just...
I found that saying I've never seen Game of Thrones this week on Twitter became like the new announcing that you're a vegan. And everyone just, I've never seen any of it. And that was me as well. So I watched it. And I've learned that it's a story of 7 kingdoms, and they all have rulers. And this John character, he fancied the blonde one, and he wanted to be with her so they could have a stronger kingdom. She made him bow to her. It was a real Beyonce move. And then he was turned on by that. They're now dating. And he has the power of her dragons, and they're together trying to rule the 7 kingdoms. And there's violence, and there's incest, and nudity, and that's Game of Thrones, and it's great.
Paisley, not a fan?
I just don't get it. Like, I tried to watch the first episodes of Game of Thrones a few times, and I just didn't really get what was going on. I just don't think it's for me.
Well, there's too many names. Because it's so big, there's so... Like, Westeros and Essos sounds like petrol stations.
They do.
I'll just leave it down Essos. What, anything? Yeah, just some windscreen washer fluid and the Iron Throne, if possible.
They do really sound like petrol stations. You know, Essos, they've got a wild bean cafe. It's actually all right.
I've never watched it. I've never watched it at all. Like, was it all dragons, backstabbing and tits? I don't need to watch that. I went to a girls' school.
OK, let's have a look and see if it's up there. Yes, the new series of Game of Thrones. Game of Thrones is set in Westeros, a lawless country full of poverty, violence and dragons, like an upmarket Wales. Catherine's team, what do you think the nation will be talking about this week?
They've been talking about Easter and how it's so hot, because what a chocolate egg hunt needs is heat. You know? I'm excited about the hot weather, Jimmy, because I'm regularly seen in a bikini in my garden, passed out. But when it's hot out, fewer people call child services.
See, I'm going to be skinning out. Like, as soon as the sun comes out,
Skinning out?
Skin is out.
Oh, skinning out.
Yeah.
So the sun comes out, the skin comes out?
Yeah.
OK, I've never heard the expression skinning out.
It's derived from patois, right?
Right.
There's a song, it's like a popular bashment song, and the artist screams, "Skin out me pom-pom," basically meaning that she's going to get her genitals out.
Ooh.
And I don't mean it like that, I just mean I'm going to be skinning out. Not skinning out my pom-pom, just skinning out.
Oh, God, because I misunderstood. I thought you were skinning out your pom-pom.
Yeah.
You know me, I'm old school like that.
I can't imagine you in a heat wave, Jimmy. I imagine if you wore shorts, you'd be like proper smart shorts, like you as a Victorian boarding school boy.
I would say I look like a 1930s boxer in shorts. Now, you in shorts, I imagine, looks like the world's biggest toddler.
Yeah. Yeah, big time. I'm very thick of calf as well.
Oh, really?
I couldn't wear socks as a kid because I was too fat. And I still... you know this. I still tried to squeeze that through under the radar there, you know, because we all, you know, when you're too fat for socks. To be fair, if we're doing thick legs, I'm just a warmer pack for what this boy's got under here.
Well, let's see how thick
They are
these
quite
cards are.
chunky.
On the desk, or we can't see it.
All right, go on, Lloyd.
Go on, let's... Oh. Whoa. Oh. Look at that car! Wow, you're so live.
Nimble.
You can't even get that back.
Can't get it down. Has there any Vaseline and a shoe on?
Did you do anything at Easter, Tom?
I'm going to Stirling for a ramble.
What's a ramble, Tom?
A ramble's like a lovely extended walk in the countryside with vistas for days. I adore it.
That's your real voice, isn't it? Where's he from?
No, where are you rambling? Where's he from?
He's from the olden days.
Yeah.
I think he's from Downton Abbey. I think he's upstairs, but I'm not sure.
It's about sex. It's a very sexual holiday.
Is
All about
it?
fertility.
It's not.
Well, that's why it's eggs, rabbits. They're very prolific fornicators. It's a sex holiday that we've somehow attached to, like, candy and chocolate to lure children in. I don't like it.
See, in our house, my dad ran a sex shop for a living.
Nice.
So we used to get chocolate nipples at Easter. It was a proper seedy one. They did have a section on like dwarf porn, but he put it on a really tall shelf, which I always thought was a mistake.
Did you work there as a kid?
Not as a kid, no. Didn't take me to take your daughter to work day. That wasn't. What did you do? Dildo stock tape with my dad.
A fish and chip shop in Airdrie, Scotland, has put deep-fried cream eggs on the menu. If you'd like to try one, just ask for the healthy option. Would you like to try one?
100%, yes.
Yes!
No. OK, bring him in. Could you look any creepier?
Are we actually eating these?
Yeah, eat them, yeah. They are deep-fried cream eggs.
I'm vegan, so
You're
I'll
vegan?
have
No,
to
we've
watch
got deep-fried carrots in there for you. There's a deep-fried carrot for you.
It really is.
That is the... I'm pretty sure I might have got that from your dad's shop, but I think that's it. I think that's a deep-fried cream egg. Get involved, people.
My one looks like a spunky bollock. Why is yours so long?
It's actually really good.
Oh,
Mine's
Katherine?
already ejaculating.
I think all in one. Come on, you can do it.
Oh, my God, they're great.
You can take
Hang on,
it.
you can do that all in one. I've seen you.
Are they good?
They are incredible.
They are good, but I can actually feel my, like, my body going, stop putting this in me.
Do you know what? Easter being hot should happen all the time. These eggs are melty, delicious, hot, deep fried. It's the only way to eat an egg.
Jesus literally died for this. I do feel a bit sorry for him with the old crucifixion.
Do you? Go on.
Yeah.
Tell us.
Go on.
Well, I just sort of think, like, I know he came back, but you're never the same after a crucifixion, are you? Like, you know, like, I done my ankle ligaments last summer.
Yeah.
And on a cold day, I feel it. It's weird, though, that we go mad for Christmas and he was just born.
This should be the big occasion, not Christmas.
Yeah,
That's
surely.
a good point, yeah. Should be the big
but
thing.
It's confusing. I'm not really sure what's religious or not. Like, is Pancake Day, is that a Jesus thing?
It is. It is. My nana told me it is. So you're meant to use up all of the, like, eggs and all the fun stuff, apparently, in the kitchen.
Like flour and milk, all the fun stuff.
To make pancakes. And then, after Pancake Day, you've got Lent. So you're meant to give up something.
I hate Lent. I don't like this now. I hate Lent. If someone's doing Lent, so I'm giving up for Lent. Oh.
Do you know what
I've given up for Lent? Lent.
Do you know how long Lent is?
40 a long time?
Yeah, no,
40 days and 40 nights?
No, it's 46 days and 46 nights, mate.
All right, then.
You're not laughing, you're learning, but it is 46. I don't like Easter because I am a choir boy as well as a comedian, and so, like, I'm just working the whole time, and people go, oh, yeah, it's just Easter Sunday, but you've got Maundy Thursday, Good Friday, Saturday with midnight mass, and then, obviously, the big day, Easter Sunday with 3 services. I'm not even getting double bubble for it. Go on, Sam.
What do you mean you're a choir boy?
Well, I'm like a choir man, a choir lad.
What's the big hit at Easter? What's the big song at Easter?
When I survey the wondrous cross, I guess.
Come on, give us
I've got the lyrics. When I survey the wondrous cross on which the Prince of Glory died. Is that right?
That made my knees buckle. It oscillated through the desk.
Get them out on the desk. Come on, let's see your knees.
My knees, they buckled.
Do they?
Liked it.
Those are some calves. When you sing it, you go so Welsh so fast.
It's weird, isn't it? Because I'm not Welsh. I'm from Grimsby. Which isn't in Wales. Yeah. Oh, no, don't do that.
Please do. Lloyd did my tour support when I was on tour, and we did a gig in Wales, and then Lloyd went out and managed to lose the crowd immediately with his opening line. And it's still the funniest thing. He said it, and they just hated you immediately.
Oh, and hello, my name's Lloyd Griffith. I've got a very Welsh name, and I look Welsh, very fat and hairy, but I'm not one of you.
You're welcome with that.
And then he died laughing. The only person that was laughing was Rob backstage.
OK. Easter egg hunts can be dangerous. Take a look at this.
Rory, let's see you throw it. Is that the mummy egg? Let's see you throw it. Get... Oh!
Yes!
I was actually on a night out once, just when I was single, and I met this girl, and then we were walking to the bus stop together, and we stopped at the side of the road for like a kiss, right, while I was waiting for the bus. And as I went in to kiss her, a car drove past and egged her.
No.
And she just had egg all over her face.
Oh, are you sure that's what happened? The car did it.
Darling, I got egged in Stockwell, you know.
You got egged in Stockwell?
Yes, from behind. It was like a
Did
missile.
you? I'm not buying any of this.
Well, I was so cross, I turned to them and I went, I bet it's not even free range.
Let's have a look and see if Easter is up there. Yes, it's Easter. The reason we celebrate Easter is because 2,000 years ago, a man walked on water, got crucified, and then rose from the dead. You couldn't make it up. Oh, no, wait, they did. It's OK, fingers on buzzers. Rob, what do you think the nation should be talking about?
Is it Julian Assange?
Oh, I do like that name.
I like saying it. Assange. Basically, he's been arrested. He's been removed from the Ecuadorian embassy. They had to get rid of him. Imagine, like, getting a job at the embassy. And it's your first day. And they're like, OK, so there's a photocopier there. That's a kitchen. Oh, yeah, see that bloke there? Don't worry about him. He's just rubbing shit on the walls. And accused of sexual assault. He lives there. It's fine. It's fine.
Didn't he also... Wasn't he hiding in there for 7 years to escape a 5-year jail sentence? That's not good maths, is it?
Rolf Ferris has been in and out for noncing in that time.
Sorry, if I was trying to think of something, a more South London sentence. He's been in and out for noncing in less time.
It's just a fact, isn't it?
All right, Fagin.
Well, he did dramatically change his appearance. I mean, he went in just looking like a regular, clean-cut date rapist, and he came out looking like one of those hiding-in-the-bushes rapists. And that's a big change.
We won't know if he's a rapist unless he goes back to Sweden and faces the charges.
How bad can a Swedish prison be?
You have to build the cell yourself. They just give you some instructions.
Oh, meatballs again. Tell you what, though, I bet he's absolutely done some box sets in there, don't you? Oh, I think he must have completed Netflix. He's done it all.
Yeah, put his initials in at the end.
Are Ecuadorian years longer? Because he went in there looking 40. He's about 87 now.
Tom, what would you do if you were trapped in a house for 7 years?
Tapestries take a long time.
You do a tapestry?
I do a tapestry.
What year are you from? Paisley, if you were stuck in there, if you were inside a house for 7 years, what would you do?
Do you know what? I'd probably be smearing my shit on the walls too. 7 years! And you're just stuck in there.
Yeah.
Knowing that I can't leave, I reckon I would sort of start decorating.
Decorating?
Yeah.
Do you think, while Assange was in there, like, obviously they took his Wi-Fi away, didn't they? So he couldn't get involved in any of that stuff. And I wonder if he needed to get his whistleblowing fix, if he was, like, leaving Post-it notes on the fridge, like, it was Barbara who stole your milk, Dave. You know, just to...
You really know those Ecuadorian names.
Yeah.
Barbara and Dave, you know, the Ecuadorians. OK, I can tell you Julian Assange is not up there, but the Ecuadorian embassy was sad to see Julian Assange go because it proved quite handy to have someone there over the weekends to sign for packages. All right, fingers on buzzers, what else? Katherine Ryan, what are people you talking about?
Is it Kim, the most important Kardashian, training to have an actual law degree? I want my solicitor to have a sex tape and to have been robbed and to be married to Kanye West. You know, that's someone who knows the legal system in and out. And it just goes to show that a mother will do absolutely anything in the world to look busy in front of the nanny.
I do think you've got Judge Judy, you've got Judge Rinder. They're both now reality stars. Why not have some traffic going the other way?
That's why she's doing it.
No,
Yeah,
that's why she's doing it.
Yeah, that's it, Paisley. She wants. Yeah,
more.
she just wants to be famous. She's just a wannabe, the most famous woman in the world. You've sniffed her out, Paisley. Well done. My favourite ever footage of Kim Kardashian is Paris Hilton, when she first got famous. She had a sex tape, she got famous, and they gave her her own reality show. And in the background of that show, you can see Kim Kardashian was her personal assistant sorting out her shoes in one episode. And it's almost like you see a little light go off, go, hang on a second. I think I could do one of these. Went, made the sex tape, got the show.
Yeah. And then you get really successful. So do you think I should not pay any tax?
Just workshopping.
OK. I think she'll be a great lawyer. She's been getting blokes off for years.
The course that she's doing, it's a multiple choice. The exams are multiple choice. And that's just a questionnaire, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? Is murder A, bad, B, frowned upon, or C, so in this season?
Lloyd, ever considered retraining?
Retraining? What, do you not think I'm very good at this?
I don't know if law's for you. I think you've got a bit too much of a sweat on. I think people would be suspicious of a lawyer.
I mean, that's no matter what I do, I've always got a sweat on. But no, I think I'm going to stick with comedy and being a choir boy. But I'm not really good at anything else.
Okay, you're good in goal. You're a good goalkeeper.
I'm too fat. I wanted to be a goalkeeper as a kid, but I was too short and fat because a few things got in the way, mainly Wolves Viennettas. They're just so Moorish, aren't they?
What's I don't want to. Her arse. It keeps growing, doesn't it? Is that what's happening there?
That, Rob, is fat grafting. So a doctor will go in and lipo any extra fat that you have from your body and harvest all those fat cells and put it on your bum.
You love Kim, right?
I really do.
I like Kim Kardashian, but... And it's a big but. Fine. Well, I can tell you Kim Kardashian training to be a lawyer is not up there. OK, what else are people talking about? Buzz in.
Oh, go on.
What do you got?
Is it Notre Dame burning?
I happen to know you were in France last week.
Yes, I was in Paris and I smoked one blunt under the spire. It's not my fault I don't have ashtrays.
I sang there when I was 12.
You did?
I did.
What did you sing?
I sang the Cantique de Jean Racine.
By Fauré?
Yes, by Fauré.
Yeah, it's a great song.
Yes,
It's my gig, mate. All right.
Yes.
Were you also a choir boy?
I was.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Oh, and you sung in better places than live.
I've sung there.
This is amazing.
No, he hasn't.
No, but I haven't got pipes like that.
Where have you sang?
Everywhere. Name a cathedral and I've sung in it.
Oh.
This is quite exciting, but pathetic.
Yeah, I've sung there, mate, 3 times.
Oh.
It's the weirdest kind of... It's so laddie on one level.
Yeah, it is, yeah.
Oh, St Paul's, yeah, I sung in that, yeah.
Well, like, I absolutely love cathedrals. Like, it's my thing. Like, genuinely, to the point where if you name any English cathedral, I can tell you a fact about it.
No, don't do
All right,
that.
York Minster.
York Minster. It's a minster, not a cathedral. Oh, OK, cool. Thanks, John.
What's the difference between a minster and a cathedral?
Very good question.
What about Exeter?
Exeter, well, Exeter, it's got 2 towers either side. It's got no tower or spire in the middle, which means the bit of wood that goes from the east end to the west end is actually the largest bit of wood in England. Well, second largest after...
There's going to be someone out there, a lot of people watch this show, there's going to be someone out there that likes cathedrals and lads, and in that Venn diagram, they've just hit the fucking jackpot with you.
And hopefully it'll be a lady, because I am lonely.
Did you see Donald Trump said that they should fight a fire with flying water tankers? Does he mean clouds?
He also... He said flying water tankers, then he went, and they better be quick as well. OK, we'll get right on that then. Those things that we don't have round here.
It's not actually that bad, though, because all the really important stuff survived, I think. So, like, it's a bit like if Bluewater burnt down, but House of Fraser, John Lewis and Marks and Spencer survived, I'd be OK with Lush going. Wouldn't it? You wouldn't be bothered.
They're going to be fine. They've had loads of donations. It's going to be bigger and better than ever. And if anyone's on board with reconstructing old things, it's me. If I thought that Disney was going to pay for me to have a new pair of tits, hand me a match right now.
Paisley,
Yes.
have you ever been to Paris?
No, I've never been to... Actually, I went to Disneyland Paris once, but I don't think that's actually in Paris, so no, not really.
And that's where you got the outfit? Great thing about Notre Dame burning down is no one hurt. That was the kind. That was a good thing. As soon as people get hurt, I give a fuck.
And also, all these Christians are worried about Notre Dame burning down. It's Easter. Are we back on Monday?
Yeah.
Well, a lot of people, Rob, you say that, a lot of people think they saw Jesus in the flames. Have a look at this.
Oh, God.
A lot of people thought that...
Oh, yeah, they're right. There he is. Fuck off.
I mean, can anyone see it?
All I can see is about £10 million worth of scaffold. Imagine pricing up that scaffold job.
Also...
I ain't got enough poles. Also, it isn't even that old. That spire, I was like, oh, my God, history's burning down. It was rebuilt in, like, 1973.
No,
it's like, no, it's bollocks, Lloyd. I'm having it out now. But, they keep going all this history. It's like Trigger's broom. They keep rebuilding it. It's like about 15 spires. He's gone.
Oh. It's like we've turned up the South London this week somehow. Oh, Notre Dame think it's old, do you? Trigger's broom, mate. Those stained glass windows, I sold them that double glazing. OK, let's have a look and see if Notre Dame is up there. Yes, Notre Dame. French President Emmanuel Macron looked devastated as he stood next to the 800-year-old crumbling ruin, or Mrs. Macron, as she prefers to be known. She's a little bit older than him. 25 years. So those were the nation's most talked about things. But in other news, it's been revealed Amazon has been flooded with fake 5-star reviews. It's not always easy to spot the fake ones. For years, I thought Catherine's were real.
He means my balls.
I love Amazon. It's so convenient to immediately order anything online with just one click and then wait in all day for it to arrive. Miss the delivery, then have to drive all the way to the post office past the shop you could have bought it from in the first place. Basically, hassle-free. Nigel Farage launched a new Brexit party. If you don't know much about the Brexit party, it's basically the rubbish straight-to-DVD sequel to UKIP. Nigel Farage has a very distinctive look. He looks like someone put Mr. Toad in the microwave. On Wednesday, North Korea tested a new type of guided missile. Kim Jong-un is going to end up in the doghouse, which is his favourite local restaurant. Rob's team, what do you think the nation should be talking about this week?
Well, the big release of the Avengers film. I know, yeah. Are you excited about this, Liam?
I am buzzing for Avengers. I literally, so you know how there's been like 22 films?
Yeah.
I've been watching one every week leading up to the Endgame.
What is your endgame? Losing your virginity?
Liam, tell me about watching the 22 Avengers movies in a row, because I've missed a couple of the key ones.
You want to start off with Captain America because he's like the first Avenger. Right. And then you want to watch Iron Man because he's like the tech whiz. And then they got the Avengers where like Hawkeye, Black Widow...
Is Hawkeye not the shittest? Because everyone else can fly and he's, oh, I'm good with a bow and arrow.
Hawkeye is what I also call my vagina.
Does he wear a patch?
Once a month, yeah.
It's hard to keep up with it all, though, isn't it? All I know about it is this Thanos geezer wants Infinity Stones. Infinity Stones sounds like an advert for a 13-year-old girl's Christmas toy. You know, you see, like, Infinity Stones. Customise it, share it. Personalise it, wear it. Infinity Stones.
That's a very...
Infinity Stones.
That's all I want to hear for the rest of the show.
I know a Thanos. He's a geezer who does my dry cleaning. Oh. All I know about him is he will wash and iron a shirt for £1. But I do actually call him Iron Man. There's a bit of our banter.
Have Have you watched these movies, actually?
I haven't watched them at all. I'm just more excited about Frozen 2 coming out, or as I call it,
Yes.
refreeze. Are you going to see that? That's...
Yeah, I see all the kids' films. They're the ones that I can digest without getting anxiety, do you know what I mean?
Do you think it's weird, speaking of Frozen 2, if you, for example, are a woman who kind of forgot to have children, oops, do you think it's weird for me to go and sit and watch it on my own in the afternoon in the cinema?
No.
Would you judge someone on their own in the cinema if you've got kids?
If you have forgotten to have any, I've remembered to have loads, so you can have some of mine.
Please,
Dear.
handy, because I do not want to ruin this tight little situation I've developed.
Mine's fucked.
Ed, fan of the Avengers?
Love the Avengers. My slight problem with it is it's 3 hours long. So it's difficult when to pick to go for a piss. But I've come up with a good idea. You might like this, Rob. Right into the script, the characters going for a piss in the film. So when, like, Tony Stark says, I need to go for a slash, that's when you know it's all right to get up and go. And if you don't need one, then you just be able to see Robert Downey Jr.'s cock.
I've got a question, you might know this. How comes, no matter how big the Incredible Hulk gets, the waist on his trousers still fit?
Because it's a 12-rated film.
Oh, so you don't want a big green dick?
No. I don't want that.
Yeah, imagine that. Like, you wouldn't be able to... He's swinging around, dick's coming with him. Knocking out the little ones, headbutting the big ones. What an end to a film that is. He punches Thanos, and then his dick wallops the rings. Infinity things. Infinity Stones. Personalise and share them. Infinity Stones.
OK, let's have a look and see what's up there. Yes, it's the release of the new Avengers movie. We're a bit like the Avengers on this show. I'm obviously a bit like Iron Man, Aisling should be Black Widow, and Rob is the nerdy loser with big teeth that goes to see all the films on his own.
It's a bit weird that you asked him about being a virgin, you've not stopped touching him since.
I love to fuck.
OK, Aisling's team. What have the nation been talking about this week?
Oh, it must be Extinction Rebellion, all of the stuff that's going on with climate change. I know you're not too worried about it, Jimmy, you'll never biodegrade, but people are finally, like, waking up to what's going on in the environment. And it's gone on for quite a while in terms of being a protest. It started off where people were like, oh, what is this? Then people were getting annoyed, like, you're getting in the way and trying to get to work. Then people were like, oh, maybe they have a point, who's a 16-year-old girl, what she's saying. And now people are so into it. It's very much the same emotional journey I go on when I eat monkey nuts at Halloween. It's just like, oh, now I can't have enough of it. I'm so obsessed by it.
Why do you have monkey nuts on Halloween?
Everyone has monkey nuts on Halloween.
Pumpkins and sweets, sure. Monkey nuts, never heard of it.
This feels like some weird Irish thing that you didn't
I've
realise.
only just discovered that because of the silence of the audience when I said monkey nuts at Halloween.
What do you mean by monkey nuts? You mean
Those
like...
little ones that look like you feed them to elephants.
Guys, I know climate change is pressing, but now it feels like there's a bigger issue here at play. Monkey nuts, you have to do a talent and then you get monkey nuts. OK, maybe not everyone knows. If you're Irish, please tweet in with support.
I sympathise with you because I found out my dad does stuff that I didn't realise other people's dad.
Oh, no.
Don't. You know, like, you know when you see a penny pick it up, all day long you'll have good luck, right? My dad gobs on it. He goes, see a penny, pick it up, all day long, puts it in his pocket.
My nan does that, but just with everything. No, she does. She's
I imagine Grandad's thrilled.
She's worried about something, she'll say, oh, God forbid. Like a superstitious thing.
Yeah, I could sort of see that. So, back to the Extinction Rebellion.
People were so negative about it in the way that it was phrased. Were like, oh, they're stopping traffic. Like, I stop traffic all the time because I'm so fit. Jimmy, what's that face for? And they were sort of gluing themselves to everything, and a few of them glued themselves to Jeremy Corbyn's fence, which is difficult because he's been sitting on it since Brexit.
They did chain themselves to things and glue themselves to things. Here's some protesters underneath a truck.
We're going to speak to a couple of protesters underneath this truck here. You're glued to the truck.
I am chained.
You're chained.
Grace is
Grace is glued. You've been here for 2 days. How much longer are you prepared to stay here?
Let's put it into perspective, okay? I've got to the airport with my son and we're about to go on a journey somewhere, and all of a sudden there's an announcement that tells us that the plane only has a 10% chance of landing. Would you put your son on that plane?
What?
Wow.
What? Sorry, no, I asked how long are you going to be there?
I'd rather stick him on a plane than underneath a fucking lorry.
It's very odd to hear a woman who's glued herself to a lorry saying, let's get some perspective.
Liam, are you worried about climate change?
Not really.
No,
I'm
okay.
gonna be honest. Well, to be fair, I was in the car last week, yeah?
You're rolling, yeah?
Rolling.
Yeah, sure.
And so I wound down my window, and then, like, one of the protesters looked at me and was like this. And then she mimed, you know what time it is. No, I swear. Like, I was just like, whoa.
What time was it?
I don't know, probably like 4:05 maybe.
Everyone said it's great that teenagers are going to these protests and they're becoming a lot more engaged in the environment, but they're teenagers. They're only going to the protest to see if they can get off with someone. Like, when I was 16, I would have gone to a BNP rally to see a bit of side boob.
Well, Stacey, you're doing your bit for climate change. What are you doing?
Yeah, we recycle and we try and wear the same clothes all the time.
You've got kids. Are you worried about the next generation?
Yeah, of course. Oh, yeah. I mean, what kind of question is that, Jimmy?
OK, let's see if it's up there. Yes, it's Extinction Rebellion. You might be thinking, how long can these protesters stay camped out in central London? Haven't they got jobs and homes to go to? No, they have not. OK, fingers on buzzers. Rob's team.
Is it the marathon? The thing with the marathon is, right, it's annoying when someone runs it because you have to donate. If someone goes, I'm running the marathon, here's my Just Giving page, you've got to get in early, right, with like £5 or a tenner.
Oh,
Some
interesting.
absolute big dick swinging idiot bangs up, doesn't go anonymous, bangs up £150. There you go, mate, such a great cause. Fuck off! My £5 looks shit now. So you've got to get in early.
No matter, and I mean this from the bottom of my heart, Jimmy, I will not fucking sponsor you to run for donkeys or whatever you're doing.
I ran it a couple of years ago for a type 1 diabetes charity, but I am type 1 diabetic, so I will see the money eventually.
It's sponsored by Virgin Money, so Liam, that's you, isn't it?
Tell him, you fucked, didn't you?
I fuck.
Is that a virgin? You've had sex, haven't you, Liam?
Yeah, I'm not a
3
virgin.
times.
Twice.
Way! I want that to be the name of your next baking book. Ah, fuck.
It always makes me laugh when I watch it. Sometimes you see everyone dressed up, I just imagine that people have been out on an all-nighter on a fancy dress party and stumble out and then they're in it. And they're not actually doing that for charity, they've got caught up in it and run the race.
Having run one, that can be quite demeaning. I was overtaken by a man dressed as a padlock. Sort of a low point. And then immediately after that, I had a bottle of water and a bottle of Lucozade Sport, and I needed to cool down. And I got the wrong bottle and sprayed Lucozade Sport in my face. That had a really sticky face, and I was chased by one bee for 6 miles.
I like the irony of like running for diabetes and running it mostly covered in sugar on your face.
Oh, I shit myself as well, but... No, I shit myself in the training.
On the train-in?
No, not on the train-in. That's why I got such a good time. I was like, I've got to get around and change.
What was your time? How quick did you do it?
3:39.
Wow!
Well, it proves. I think it proves beyond reasonable doubt you cannot give your time in a marathon and not sound a bit smug.
Yeah.
I did a triathlon once.
Did you?
Yeah.
What are the three... Oh, this is going to go down well in Ireland. The 3 tries.
You cycle, swim and then run.
All at once?
You don't have... No, because that would be impossible. You can't run in the water.
That's not what Jesus said.
Where does the swimming come in that? Because it feels like if that comes last, that's
I'd started with the swim and it was terrible. I was like wading out rubbish. You want to know about climate change? Go and swim in the Thames.
You swam in the Thames. Is that how you got pregnant?
Yes.
I've heard that can happen.
I saved him out from the Thames once, no big deal.
Wow.
Yeah, I jumped in to save him because he was drowning.
Did you
fuck him after, yes.
That's a lovely story, heartwarming.
What's weird is when people run for charities like, you know, climate change, and then all of a sudden they run along to, yeah, let's save the planet, sponsor me, and then they just get a bottle of drink, a big plastic bottle, and just go, I can't. Sometimes they're just lobbing plastic everywhere. We've got to, like, we can't have a normal straw. Have you ever tried to have a McDonald's milkshake with a cardboard straw? It's a joke.
They've just changed. McDonald's have gone to full paper straws.
Yeah, but it's impossible. You can't do it. It doesn't work. Look, let's just have plastic for milkshakes. Let's have some humanity here.
Why don't
even
you-
the turtles, even the turtles will go, give them plastic for a milkshake.
You can have your own metal one. I've got my own metal straw.
I have my own metal
You can't walk around South East London with my own metal weapon. I'll get tasered on the way for a milkshake.
Also, Rob, if you had a metal straw, you'd look like the fanciest cokehead.
You're ruining the reputation of metal straws. They're better than that. They're not just for Coke.
Well, I can tell you the London Marathon is not one of the most talked about things this week. I love the London Marathon. It's the only time of year where you can watch 1,000 white people chasing some black guys and not worry about it being a hate crime. OK, should we have a bit of a marathon challenge?
Oh, yeah, go on.
Rob, Aisling, OK, what I've got for you here, I've got pedometers and a number. OK, numbers on, and then pedometer on, I think, probably forehead. And then what we're going to do is give you 90 seconds to do as many steps as possible. Whoever wins gets a bonus point.
Come on, Rob.
OK.
Oh, God.
All right. OK, so your time starts...
Can I just say I have no sports bra on, so this could go very right.
As many steps as possible, by any means necessary. Good luck, the marathon challenge.
I'm going to Irish dance.
We're going. Yes! OK. Are you Irish dancing the marathon? There's going to be some chafing. Rob?
Don't hold your tits, you'll be fine.
Energy.
I don't want to mess up your makeup.
You guys smash it on the floor as well.
Feel a bit weird doing this with all of this.
I feel like that's going to be a meme, Jimmy.
10 seconds to go. OK. Time's up. OK, take a seat. OK, so I've got Aisling.
Thank you very much.
No problem at all. Rob? Cheers, mate. OK. That's why I need warming up in here.
I needed my highlights done anyways.
This is actually what they use for my teeth when they do a filling. OK, so how many steps did Aisling get? 136. How many did you get?
156.
No!
156. Rob has the win. Although, if we're giving points for style, I think the Irish dancing your way around a marathon was pretty good.
I'm not blaming my boobs, but I would like a rematch where you held two, I'd say, small melons. And see how we went again with just weight.
I'll swap you 2 melons for a chipolata and a couple of hazelnuts.
I feel like I'm at a very strange auction here and I'm not comfortable. OK, fingers on buzzers. What else have the nation been talking about this week?
What are they talking about? The state visit for Donald Trump.
Oh, yes.
He's getting the full bells and whistles.
The whole
No,
thing.
but he's not, is he?
No?
Because she's got the painters in.
What?
This is the Queen
The
we're
Queen.
talking about.
I'm not a doctor, but I think she's a bit old for that.
She's having the work done, isn't she, to her house?
What's she having done to her house?
I don't know, I reckon painting, scaffolding, just doing it up the West Wing, I think it's called. So she said he can't come. He has to stay somewhere else.
And she's asked your advice on this, or how do you... Presumably you're wearing the overalls you're doing the painting in.
No, I'm not painting her house.
Thank you for clarifying. Liam, what do you think? Donald Trump, do you think he should be allowed to visit?
Nope.
OK.
Done.
I think we should go with... your view.
I love it when the the Queen gives Trump shade. Do you remember last time with her outfits? Like, there was one day where she wore that badge that Obama had given her. I'd love if this time she just, like, throws off her cloak when she arrives and she has a T-shirt saying, the pussies grab back.
Well, last time Trump was kind of... He broke protocol and he sort of walked in front of her quite sort of rudely. Have a look at this clip. You'll see she tries to kind of get round him. He just stands in the way. OK, here we go. Yeah, look at these guards. We're going to walk down here. What? Get fucking back here. Walk in front of the Queen.
I think to masterstroke, do you know what I think the Queen's going to do? She's going to send Prince Philip to pick him up from the airport.
They're taking him to Portsmouth, though, aren't they?
Oh,
he's coming over and they're going to Portsmouth. It's like offering someone a tour of your house and starting inside the bin.
Hi, people in Portsmouth.
I think he's coming over, though. I know what he's up to. Hadrian's Wall. Wants to have a look at it, doesn't he? There's not many walls left. There's, you know, because out of all the walls, because he wants to build a wall.
Great Wall of China.
Chinese Wall.
That's a big one.
Yeah.
Chinese Wall.
It's not called the Chinese Wall.
It is in my house.
The Chinese Wall is where you order Friday night dinner from.
Well, like China, and then Berlin's gone, isn't it?
Berlin's gone.
That one's gone.
Well done, mate.
What's left after that? Adrian's? Walls Viennetta? Adrian, yeah. I've got 2 kids, and that blimp of him as like a big baby, it put me off, like, going for a 3rd kid, because if I had a little boy, it'd be that.
Trump thinks we've got a very special relationship, and people always talk about the special relationship between Britain and America. Here's Trump talking about it. He's making it sound like something terrible happened between him and Theresa May.
I would give our relationship with the UK, and now, especially after this 2 days, with your Prime Minister, I would say the highest level of special. Now, am I allowed to go higher than that? I'm not sure. But it's the highest level of special. They're very special people. It's a very special country. And as I said, I have a relationship because my mother was born in Scotland.
Do you know what upsets me most about that clip? I'm wearing the same outfit as Theresa May.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Well, the tragedy of it is that we've invited over, like, a celebrity-turned-president of America, Donald Trump, and he's coming over. He's a laughingstock worldwide, and he's going to address Parliament, and the worst part is he won't be the worst politician in that room.
Let's have a look and see if Trump is up there. Yes. Rob, what do you think people want to do before they're 30?
Threesome? Okay, before you're 30, people, I'm sure, like to move out.
Yes.
Yeah. Get their own place.
How old were you when you moved out of home?
18.
That's young.
Yeah. I had a small house and a lot of brothers, so if my aunties come over, my mum would go, find somewhere to sleep this weekend. Auntie's coming. So I just, like, say to my mate, can I stay at your house this weekend?
How many aunties did you have?
I've got loads. My nan and granddad had about 15 brothers and sisters each. And
Is Nan and Grandad of rabbits?
Yeah, they are rabbits.
That's the teeth, isn't it?
My granddad... That's the teeth.
Sometimes it's a cheap shot, but it's a bullseye.
But that's the thing, people, like, moan now, because it's expensive to buy your own place, that there's, like, loads of people living at home with their parents, right, and they can't move out to, like, 30s or 40s or whatever, it's so expensive. But if you want to get rid of your kids, you can do it quickly. All you've got to do is just start, like, getting off with each other in the kitchen. Just, like, a little cuddly, a little arse grab there, because if I saw my mum cupping my dad's balls, I would have been in the Navy at 14.
Susie, what age were you when you moved out?
I was 18 as well.
And
Dizzy
then
Heights,
never
London.
moved back?
No, I go back a bit now, but every time I go home now, my mum's like, oh, you treat this place like a hotel. And so I did what any of us would have done. I left a bad TripAdvisor review. Just 2 stars, the maid was very rude.
Do you know what I do in hotels?
Yeah.
If I'm revealing too much today, I don't know what's happened. I've had truth juice. If I'm in a hotel, I will trim my pubes there.
Oh, mate!
way!
So do you bring the scissors, or do you order down
No,
to reception?
I've got a beard trimmer. If I do it at home, it's a bit of a mess, and you can never clear it all up. A bit of wind. It's everywhere, isn't it?
If your mum walks in and you're trimming your pubes, that can't be great.
No, it's not ideal.
At least she knows you're tidy.
When your mum says, go upstairs and have a tidy round, I don't think she means that. And if she does, definitely move out. Do you manscape, Josh?
I don't, actually. Do you think I should get into it?
Well, I just think, I'm looking at your hair, I'm imagining downstairs is... it's like a pistachio in a bird's nest.
You never trim your pubes.
No, but I'm going to as soon as I get home. It's like
It's a whole new world for you, mate.
So where do you start?
Well, wherever there's hair.
So you just go full skinhead?
No, you can do as much as you want off, like.
You got to be careful of the nuts, though, because sometimes they fall between the teeth of the blade.
Yeah.
How small are your nuts? What age were you when you moved out, Joe?
Like 21 when I went. It was a difficult transition, really, because I had a lot of incidents. When I moved out and I moved into my house, like, I set fire to it. I set fire to my duvet, but my duvet was made of duck feathers, so it was just like thousands of duck feathers on fire. So I didn't know what to put out. I was fucking...
A bit like when you're trimming your pubes,
yeah,
it's everywhere.
How did you set fire to your duvet?
I had a candle on.
Why'd you have the candle out?
It was a lavender candle, and it was helping me
That
sleep.
doesn't matter. Oh, OK, fair enough.
Yeah.
So you had it on overnight?
Yeah. Oh. And I must have put the duvet over it. But then when it got into the mattress...
She was asleep when it started?
Yeah, I was asleep. And then I thought the dog was in the mattress, but I've killed the fucking dog.
You thought the dog was in the mattress?
Well, no, because there's so much smoke, and the dog was in bed with me, and I thought, oh, fuck, I've killed the dog.
How were you allowed to live on your own?
Then I'm not even going to tell you about the floods. I had a few bad floods.
You're going to tell us about the floods. What happened with the floods?
I had a period of 2 months where I had about 8 floods.
Oh, my God. What happened the next week? A plague of locusts?
Honestly. I've learned my lesson, like, ever since. I've not had a flood since. But
So what was the lesson? What did you...
Turn off the taps. Turn the taps off.
Do you think you're going to make a good dad? I think you'll be a lot of fun as a dad.
Yeah, I've got a little boy already who's 11, and he's still alive, so I'm doing good.
I've just had a baby. It changed my perception of everything. Like, honestly, previously,
yeah.
I'd, like, worry about my own mortality, but now, quite happily be dead.
Does having a baby affect your voice at all? Because you sound... Does it involve a lot of shouting, having a baby?
Shut up! Shut up! When are you moving out?
Well, what about you, Josh? Do you still live at home?
I done that thing where you move out, but then you move back in, and then you move out, like trial periods. But
Right.
third time lucky, I left.
So with your parents, you've had, like, a trial separation?
Exactly.
Right.
And then we rekindled, and then I left eventually at 25.
Would you pop back for food and washing?
Occasionally, but I have now figured out the washing machine, but that was touch and go for years.
Harriet, when did you move out?
I moved out when I was like 19, but I live in quite a small place. But then I don't think we deserve houses, though. You know what I mean? Like millennials, like baby boomers, they've been through like the Cuban Missile Crisis, the Cold War. Like, what have us millennials been through? What, like the Ice Bucket Challenge? You know what I mean?
The older baby boomers that are angry really do annoy me because it's so hard to buy somewhere now. It's so difficult. And these people, they're in a house and they're just so angry all the time. And it's like a house they bought in like 1963 next to a tube station for 900 quid. And then have a go at millennials for not buying a house because we eat avocado. Yeah. If they know that avocados aren't 400 grand. But if they were, I wouldn't smash them.
I've got a fact for you. Here's a fact. Economists predict millennials will find it easier to get on the property ladder in 2034, as this is a year that a lot of baby boomers are expected to die.
Come on!
OK, 2034. I'm looking at you.
He's not making it to 2034.
I'll tell you what, Joe, he'll be lucky to make it to the end of the show. OK, let's have a look and see if moving out's up there. Yes, indeed, the number one thing. People want to move out of their parents' house. Even at the age of 26, my mum did all my washing. I remember sitting in the bath thinking, Mum, I'm 26, I'm old enough to wash it on my own now. OK, next thing, other things people want to do by the age of 30, what do you think?
I think people want to try and drive, maybe.
Yes, learn to drive.
Can you drive, Harriet?
I can, like, everyone's surprised.
You can drive?
I can drive a car. My friend, though, right, she's got a Mini, and they've got this thing where if you're in a Mini, you wave at the other Mini, but I drive a Nissan Micra, and every time I drive, everyone honks and yells, "Get off the road, you stupid bitch!" It's a Nissan Micra thing. That's what we do, yeah.
Dottie, do you drive?
I do drive. I didn't pass my theory test the first time round because I didn't realise you had to study. Thought it was like one of those common sense things. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But then there are the signs which I wasn't ready for, the signs.
My favourite sign is falling rocks, because what am I meant to do? That sign might as well just be a picture of falling rocks and just say, be lucky.
I've seen deer ones, like Beware the Deer. I saw a frog one the other day. You ever seen a frog one?
Yeah.
Frog? What the fuck have we got to look out for a frog for? Oh, I was sorry, I didn't know tarmac was a new habitat. The road. Fuck off to a pond.
If you're watching frogs, I'm sorry, but Rob said, fuck off back to your pond.
I killed an owl once.
You killed an owl?
Yeah. I was driving a car, it wasn't like on purpose. It like spread its wings and it was the most beautiful thing I've ever seen, and then I killed it. It was so sad. Then it was the end of my road and I had to drive past it every day.
Can I ask, were you expelled from Hogwarts?
Yeah.
Josh, do you drive?
I failed my first test after 3 minutes. I knew I'd failed when he said the words, "Watch out for that lorry." But I'd done better than someone else had seen at the test centre. I watched a woman, she walked out, got in her car, went to go forwards, but reversed onto a bank. The wheels spun, and then her and her examiner just got out and went back into the test centre. She failed within a second.
Yeah, it's nice to see you again.
I failed a few times my driving test. One of them, I got in trouble because I saluted a magpie.
What?
On my driving test, because it's bad luck not to, but it's worse luck to take your hand off the wheel whilst changing lanes.
My dad taught me to drive, but he's a black cab driver, so I make everyone sit in the back. Only take cash, and I've got some very strong views on Brexit.
Do you drive?
I do drive, yeah.
You had a few tests, though, didn't you?
I had a couple of tests, yeah.
How many?
I had about 4 tests, but...
4?
Weirdly...
Four? Was it 4?
I had about 6 tests, but...
But 6 tests.
It was 7 times.
The test's mental, though. Reverse round the corner?
Oh.
Fuck off!
What is a mini roundabout? You cannot drive round a mini roundabout. You got to do a 3-point turn to get round one of them fucking things. But in the end, I've done one of those 5-day courses. So, like, you start on Monday, and by Saturday, I was on the A12. It was the scariest thing in the world. I passed.
It took you 6 days to do a 5-day course.
Still trying to find the 6th gear.
Let's have a look and see if learning to drive is up there. Yes, indeed, learning to drive. When you're learning to drive, remember the basics. Mirror, signal, crap, I didn't see the cyclist, swerve, crunch, stop, get out, scream, load up the boot, drive, park, dig, bury, pretend it never happened. Easy. 17% of young people don't have a licence, but just use the taxi of mum and dad, which is fine if you're taking your girlfriend to the cinema, but a bit awkward if you want a finger blaster in the car after. OK, fingers on buzzers. One more thing to get. What do people want to do before they're 30? What do you think, Josh?
Skinny dipping.
Have you ever been skinny dipping?
Of course I haven't. Can't swim, don't want to die naked. I could go skinny paddling, but that looks awful on a beach.
Surely, like, if you're going to be naked, the beach is the worst place to be. Because it gets everywhere, doesn't it?
I'd rather someone was naked than wearing a Speedo, though, because I think the Speedo's like suspense in a horror film, you know? Like, you know something terrible is happening, but you don't know what the monster looks like.
Dottie, you ever been skinny dipping?
I haven't been skinny dipping because You know when you've seen yourself naked in private?
Oh, yes.
Not when you're flexing in the mirror. Have you ever caught yourself by accident? When you've just caught your reflection, like, in a toaster.
Yeah, in a toaster. Do you toast naked, then?
No, I've got a small flat.
There was a water park in Stoke-on-Trent that were doing, like, a nudist day for the family.
Oh, no. Oh.
And it was £21 to get in, and I couldn't help but think, oh, don't get change. Like, where are you going to put that? And there's £9. Ah, fuck.
That's my problem with that event.
Yeah.
I mean, it's difficult for blokes to go skinny dipping because it's all a bit of a laugh when you're flaccid. As soon as you get a lob on, it's gone weird, apparently.
I can tell you, skinny dipping is not up there. I went skinny dipping. It was exciting and liberating and fun. The only issue, really, is I got banned from seniors aquarobics. All right, fingers on buzzers, another thing to get.
Is it travelling or backpacking? People love doing that.
Travelling.
Year out.
Did you ever do that? Were you a traveller?
Yeah, in my blood, my nan's side.
Susan, do you ever go travelling?
No, it's not for me. I don't really like roughing it. And everyone that I've ever met that's like, I've been backpacking, I've been like, you're a prick.
Oh.
So...
the worst, the people that go to Thailand for a full moon party. We've got a moon here! Wasn't that full moon party thing? They always go, oh, I had a great time. I had this bucket of whiskey and coke. It weren't the full moon you enjoyed, you had a bucket of whiskey and coke.
Dottie, have you been travelling?
Travelling, but not backpacking. I'm a risky... I like to travel without travel insurance. Chances are you're going to be all right. So I'm risk-averse on the holiday because I've got no insurance. So I can't go backpacking because...
That's too risky.
It's too risky.
Do you know you can just get insurance?
The other thing about sort of roughing it, the point you made, you know, because backpacking, you do have to rough it.
Oh.
This is a guy in Thailand, he's travelling, and he finds a cockroach in his room, but he sort of mans up, he handles the situation.
Because I'm terrified of creepy crawlies. Once I moved into a flat and I was moving the sofa and there was a properly big, massive, hairy spider behind it. And I didn't know what to do, so I went out and locked the door in case he had keys. I thought, I'm gonna have to do something about this. So I went next door to my neighbour, who I had never met, and said, I've got this massive spider in my living room, can you help me? He didn't speak any English. So I was like, oh, come with me. And then I moved the sofa. It turns out he spoke a little bit of English, which was, ooh, he's a big bastard.
I hated backpacking. I went to America, hated it. Hated the hostels. Oh, there's a reason there's a film franchise called Hostel and it's a horror movie. There's no film franchise about horror movies called Malmaison.
Well, I can tell you, backpacking is not one of the top things to do before you're 30, but backpacking around the world is incredible for anyone who enjoys holidays but wishes there was a bit more waking up in an ice bath, missing your kidneys action. Right, fingers on buzzers, one more thing still to get.
Is it, like, falling in love, getting a boyfriend or girlfriend and stuff like that? People want to meet someone?
How old were you when you first fell in love?
When did I have my first Ferrero Rocher?
Joe, have you ever been in love?
I fell in love with a swimming pool blower in Tenerife. I remember...
A swimming pool what, sorry?
A swimming... You know, like a swimming pool filter that filters that water, then blows it back in. I was about 10 and I went past it and went, oh. And then... We had a relationship for about 2 weeks before I had to go home.
And what would you do with the...
I'd just sort of lean up against it and just let it blow on my willy. I didn't put two and two together and realised I didn't know what wanking was at the time. So I just thought I had found something that no one else knew about.
What annoys me is my mates that are married and got married before Tinder and all that. They go, oh, I missed Tinder, didn't I? If I was on Tinder, imagine. I'll clean up. I was like, no, you wouldn't. Because Tinder, Steve, will not change your face, your personality, or your gambling addiction.
I couldn't have used Tinder because growing up on Dartmoor, there's just no one in my area. It would have just been...
There's always family. Oh, look, Mum's up for it. I'll pop downstairs.
I think Tinder's good, though. I think it's a great way of reminding women that men are gross. We don't have to leave the house.
Dottie, have you been in love?
I'm really, really, really fickle. So I'm easily put off. So I'll be like, this is the one. Oh, yeah, this is it for me.
And then what's the most minor thing that's put you off?
Farts.
So, your current partner, she's perfect.
I wouldn't say perfect, but we're pretty good. She's done well so far.
Just a vote of confidence in the kid.
5 years, no farts. So, I don't know where she does it, but...
5 years, no farts. You know she's going to explode at some point.
I was there for Susie when you had a breakup once, wasn't I?
Yeah. So we were going to a tour show. We had quite a long drive together and I'd literally been dumped on the morning. Josh...
I phoned my agent, but it was too late to change the support act.
And so I was driving and weeping and driving and weeping, and we got to the place we were having dinner.
And so Josh made you drive?
You heard how my test went, mate.
Probably for the best, yeah.
And then we got to the place we were having dinner, and I looked a mess, because I'd just been dumped, and the guy put my dinner down in front of me and went, "Can I get anything else, sir?" And then Josh laughed so hard, he had to go outside, ring one of our mutual friends and go, "You're not going to believe this. Russell got dumped this morning and now she's been mistaken for a man. It's literally the best day of my life."
Harry, how long have you been married now?
Nearly 2 years. But my parents, they've been married 38 years. I know, it's quite impressive, but they told me recently that I was their greatest achievement, which I just thought is so sad. But it's particularly sad for my brother.
Love's got a bit out of hand. Because back in the day, you basically just go to your local disco, get pissed, stand near a girl and end up marrying them. That was basically it, that was it. You just sort of...
You know your wife's going to watch this, right? I mean, dress it up a bit.
I met her at work, actually.
Did you meet her at work?
Yeah, we went out, I stood near her, got married.
So proposing, that's a big romantic moment in life. That's really when you know when you're falling in love. Yeah. Take a look at this guy proposing on a private plane. Pretty swish.
Accidentally told me that my girlfriend was going to propose to me. I say accidentally. My girlfriend asked my mum if we could get married. And my mum, sort of afterwards, we were sort of having a drink together and she sort of let me know. She sort of went, "Here, Sue, do you reckon you and Alice are going to get married?" And I went, "Oh, yeah, I hope so." She went, "Do you think you'd want to do the proposing?" The only reason she's saying this is because I've got short hair. And Alice has got long hair. And she's like, "Oh, she deserves the proposal. She's making the effort." And I said, "Oh, I don't know, yeah, maybe." And Mum went, "If you want to, I'd crack on." Like,
Did you propose? Did she propose?
She proposed. It was very sweet. It was in our flat, and she said, "I think we should spend the rest of our lives together." I said, "That sounds lovely." And then because I knew that she was thinking of proposing, so for the last, 4 months, every time she, went to tie her shoelace, I was like, "Yes! Nothing! Nothing!" So, yeah, it was really sweet. And so we had this really sort of emotional, lovely moment, and then the cat immediately had a shit in the corner. I was like, "Oh!" And that's life, isn't it?
I'm actually just realising why they put us on separate teams. They're trying to spread out the gay.
Because it's catching. Watch out, Harriet.
But they've concentrated the cockney. In one little corner.
No, I'm cock no, thanks.
I had some disastrous like, first dates, like, when I started dating. I had one at uni where I had a date with the girl that was the room below me, and I thought, well, maybe, you know, we'll go back to mine, you know. Basically, she called off the date because an hour before, when she was getting ready, she could hear me hoovering my room. She just presumed I was being too presumptuous.
What were you? Presumably you just trimmed your pubes. Well, let's see. Falling in love is up there. Of course, falling in love. Most young people these days try and find love online with apps like Tinder. If you've never used Tinder, think of it as sort of like Deliveroo for chlamydia. The biggest turn-off for me in a dating profile is when a woman says she's got a couple of kids and you realise one of them is you. A quarter of young people think marriage should be a temporary contract like a mobile phone deal. It's not a bad idea. I'd go for unlimited sexts, I'd like to do a bit of roaming, and if I drop her, I'd like an upgrade, no questions asked. So those were the top things to do before you're 30. But also on the list, starting a business. The young woman who lives opposite me has just started her own webcam business. I'm sure she'll be delighted when she finds out. Aisling, what do you think? Who are the most talked about people of the last 12 months?
Probably, I mean, it must be Meghan. I love her. Oh my God, I love her so much. More like Meghan Remarkable.
Very
well
nice. She's amazing. I love her as much as the Daily Mail hate her for being black. You not like her?
I don't know. I think she gets a lot of shit. She had her hair up in a bun, and they were like, no!
They went crazy the other day because she closed her own car door.
What?
She got out of the car and she closed the door herself, and they went, she's broken protocol.
It's just, I love that her attitude to the royal family is just a general... It feels like she's just going around shaking shit up. I bet you any money Meghan Markle is slowly taking things because she knows that they don't need all the stuff.
Is she condoing the palace?
She's absolutely Marie Kondoing the palace.
Oh, and she's like, this doesn't spark joy. And they're like, that's Prince Philip, put it down.
Toff, do you know her?
Don't know her, no.
What?
But I heard that she can drop 15 grand in one outfit, so I feel like we're kindred spirits.
She does feel like a breath of fresh air in the royal family. She
And
can be
she's
a bit
doing the
stuffy.
pregnancy, like, her own way, isn't she?
Yeah.
Because she's doing a hippie one. I could give her a lot of advice, because I did all that, like
Did you?
hypnobirthing.
Did you?
Like, I would give her some tips.
What's the tip?
So, take the hypnobirthing thing off your iPod after you've had the baby, because it comes on when you've got people over. Like, 1 minute, if you've got shuffle, and then 1 minute you're like, oh, I don't know, what's good?
5.
Yeah. You're listening to 5, and then it comes on, and like, you are a floating uterus. Going towards your baby, and suddenly you're prolapsed, you're back in the birth, and it's a nightmare if you're driving. Don't leave it on when you're in the car.
Finn, what do you think of...
Well, this hippie shit, like, I don't know how... Firstly, did you say you had a hippie birth?
Yeah, I tried a hippie birth, but then they had to hoover it out. Because
Well, that's the thing, isn't it?
It did go to black. I thought it would moonwalk out of my vagina, but actually...
Do you think that was Henry de Hoover's worst or best day?
She sort of went from being an actress. She's given up a lot to sort of do it as well. She had a pretty good career.
Well, she was in Suits. They say Meghan and Kate don't get on. But I'll be honest with you, I don't really care. I stay out of it when my wife don't talk to her sister. I'm not going to start getting involved in this. Well, they won't be able to row, though, because, like, they can't row, Meghan and Kate, very well, because posh people can't row, and Americans just try and, you know, calm everything down.
Darling, I am so good in a row. Have you ever watched Made in Chelsea?
What's that? No, but you panic and just throw a drink in their face. I've seen it.
Yeah.
You go, look, I'm really angry about this, you know. You want to cheese me off. Like that.
That's exactly
And then
right.
Meghan would be like, oh, OK, let me just internalise that, Kate. Let me understand where you're coming from.
Toff, are you aware Rob can do posh, but it's all in the teeth. He
Yeah,
can
yeah.
do posh, but it's...
Yeah, well, look, Toff, both of you. I've been thinking about this investment strategy.
Sorry.
I think it's really going to work for us.
You're making me fancy you.
Really? Would you like to go for a drink, though?
Yes, darling.
Let's do it.
The other thing Meghan gets kind of a hard time for is the fact she used to work on Deal or No Deal. You know?
Yeah,
well,
she was
used
like
to work...
one of the...
How well has she done?
Well, also, he's everyone's favourite royal, isn't he? Yeah. I mean, he's like the one you'd want to go for a beer with.
You say how well has she done, but she has had a job. She's worked hard, she's explored all avenues, and now she's had a baby, and everyone's like, oh, she's done well for herself. And it's like, he's done well for himself. He does not have a job. He just...
no one is disputing he's done well.
No. Yeah.
I mean, in the history of punching above your weight, this is unbelievable.
She gets so much shit for, like, she had a baby shower in New York and she got a private jet back and everyone went mental. But I've got a lot of sympathy. To be fair to her, when you marry into that family, you need to know who's driving.
You make a good point. OK, let's see if Meghan Markle's up there. Yes, it's Meghan Markle. Since getting married to Prince Harry, Meghan has been subjected to a torrent of abuse. But Prince Philip is 97. What are you going to do? Meghan is a lifelong feminist, which she demonstrated by marrying a prince, giving up her job and living in his palace. You go, girl. Rob.
Yes?
What do you think? Who are the most talked about people over the last year?
Oh, well, there's one bloke you can't get away from, Piers Morgan. I just find it's very hard to like anyone called Piers.
Oh, I don't mind Piers. He's the only man, you know, he has a real go. You know Ariana Grande, right? He was vile to her over Twitter. And then I log on about 2 months later, they're having a glass of wine together at Chateau Marmont. It's obscene. How does he pull it off?
He's basically the annoying uncle at a wedding. Now, the pissed one that sits in the corner and slags off anything you do. Oh, you got long hair, have you? You fucking... he just does that. Oh, and like, but the problem is, normally, that annoying uncle's left at the wedding. Like, but now, because of Twitter, he can find all the other arseholes. And they gang up to make an Uber arsehole.
Like, even if you don't follow him on Twitter, they just float into your Twitter feed, don't they? Like a tampon in the sea. Oh, God.
I imagine being Susanna Reid.
Yeah, she must be so stressed. She has not had a period for, like, 2 years. She's like, I'm going to knock him out in a minute.
And, like, she had a row with him. She said, don't be deliberately obtuse. It's like, it's Piers Morgan. I mean, like, it's like saying to Mr. Tumble, stop falling over.
Yeah, he does. I mean, he goes out of his way to kind of court controversy, and annoyingly, it kind of works for him. I mean, the thing with Daniel Craig was annoying. He tweeted this when Daniel Craig was pictured with his newborn child. 0007, not you as well, hashtag papoose, hashtag emasculated Bond.
What he doesn't know is that that's from Q. That's a gadget.
I'd love to know what his vulnerability is, because even, like you're saying, taking against the idea of a man being a father is such an odd thing. Like, maybe that's why he's so full of hot air. He was never winded as a kid. Like, maybe he just had...
He needs burping.
He needs burping like his daddy.
Piers Morgan looks like one of those guys that, like, put me in a giant nappy and let me shit on you.
Yes.
I think he's got this amazing look as well. He looks like meat that's been cooked the wrong way. You know, like, who tries to poach ham? You know, like...
Well, I can tell you Piers Morgan is not on the list, but Piers Morgan has 6.5 million followers on Twitter, which makes him Britain's most popular unpopular person. What do you think, Aisling?
Oh, my God. Is it, Theresa May? She has become, like, the ultimate feminist dilemma, because we've all been like, oh, we want more women in power. We want more women in power. Ah, not that one. Not that one, though. We've got to be more specific with our wishes, bitches.
But it has to be women that are willing to help other women, and she doesn't help anyone. And everyone's like, oh, look at her dancing, look at her dancing.
And you know what? I will say Britain is one of those fickle places that if she did a good run on Strictly, I bet you any money you'd all forgive her. You love people on Strictly, don't you?
I think she'd be good on Strictly. They need a few more people that no one's going to have an affair with. You know, she's only been in power, like, since 2016.
Oh, it
feels
felt
like
eons.
400 years.
It really does, doesn't it? Take a look at her in 2016 and take a look at her now.
Oh, my God.
I mean, it's like she lives in Chernobyl.
Everyone says how fashionable she is as well, but have you seen the state of her gear? She looks like she's had a fight with a TK Maxx. That's why she can't walk properly. Nothing fits her.
It's true. The more stressful it all gets, the bigger the necklace gets.
Yeah.
So the worse the news, she'll have a bike lock on.
Do you know what I think it looks like? They always look like anal beads. The necklaces. And that's why the more stretchy is, the bigger they get, because she's like, come on, Philip.
She went to Oxford, didn't she, and then worked at the Bank of England. OK, so I think the problem is all the potential prime ministers have had better jobs than being prime minister. So why don't we get someone who's got a crap job and then they'll really work hard then? Just get, like, someone in from, like, Sports Direct. They'll be loving it. They can have their phone on them, they can go a piss, get holiday pay. They'll be like, I want to stick this out.
I'd love to see that. Someone in the House of Commons with one of those massive mugs.
It's her face that she knows that everyone knows that she's talking shit. Like, she's got that face of someone selling electrical gear at a car boot sale that they know doesn't work. Like,
Well, last time I used it, yeah, it worked.
Kiri, are you a Theresa May fan?
No, I can't stand her. I think she's reprehensible, and I think a lot of people suffer because she's crap at her job. And she keeps going to North Wales, where I'm from, on holiday and making shit decisions, and now North Wales is embarrassed and feels like it's responsible, which is like how Lambrini must feel when it looks at my sexual partners.
I wish when she went on a walking holiday, she'd just keep going. To the sea. Like, hi, Theresa.
Prime ministers have to have, no offence, but shit holidays, don't they?
Yeah, but to me, walking in Wales is just go in the shop. It's not a holiday.
But, like, everyone hates because they go to, like, more sort of, like...
So David
less
Cameron
fancy-
would have been in Barbados, but now, and then when he's in office, he's in Cornwall.
Yeah, exactly. Where I reckon Theresa May, everyone hates her already. She's just gone Maldives and Instagrammed it.
She couldn't be any less popular.
But then all at the same time, the next one's going to be even...
she's protecting us from worse.
Well, yeah, it's like if... Boris, I mean, I bet he calls sex like figgy pudding or something like that. I want a shower, you know what I mean? Oh.
Jacob Rees-Mogg, who looks like he'd appear in a haunted mirror behind you.
You don't like Jacob Rees-Mogg?
No.
Because Toff, I believe you called him...
It was a sex god, and it was front page of the Times, and it was just so bad.
But then you apologised to him for calling him a sex god.
And his wife, yeah. I was like, I'm so sorry. She was like, well, actually, I was thrilled that someone even finds him remotely attractive.
Wait, have you had it off with Mogg?
No, I have not.
Have you had figgy pudding with old Moggy?
Bit of brandy sauce.
He's got, like, the neck of a Pez dispenser, hasn't he?
Let's have a look and see if Theresa May is up there. Yes, it's Theresa May. Theresa May's been Prime Minister since 2016, but it feels like a lot longer. She arrived as Theresa May and will leave as Theresa didn't. All right, fingers on buzzers. Go on.
Kylie Jenner, one of the Kardashian crew, youngest ever self-made billionaire.
Yeah.
It's pretty impressive, isn't it?
And all through lipsticks.
It's not self-made, is it? Like, she's from a really rich family.
What, Kim did the sex tape?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Well, the whole family is like a Game of Thrones thing. It's all these weird characters with weird names. And we only started watching it because there was sex in it. And now, now we're all just weirdly into it.
Like, to say that she's a self-made millionaire is like me opening a jar of Dalmio, pouring it over pasta and saying I'm a self-made chef.
I didn't know which one she was, but I did some research. Her half-sister is Kim, right?
Mm-hmm.
She's the one with the massive ass.
Correct, yeah.
And she's had butt implants.
No, but she did an X-ray, and on the X-ray, obviously a massive fan over here, and she didn't have things in her bottom.
I saw a different video where things were injected.
I don't get the butt implant thing. I mean, it's window dressing, isn't it? The real problem with the arse is the constant shitting, isn't it? I mean, you've still got to shit. You're spending 30 grand on getting these, you know, silken, gossamer, milky cheeks. You're still shitting out of it every day.
You know what? I love a good shit. Sometimes it's only a bit of solace.
I know. Look, there's nothing better than being regular, Rob. I'm just saying.
Back to Kylie Jenner.
I admire anyone who's owning their own business and not just sitting back and doing money. In my family, there's one instance which I really respect. My uncle, who has always been a good businessman, but when he was a kid, he used to bring homing pigeons to farmers' markets, and he used to sell them at the different markets. And then that night, the pigeons would fly back. And he'd go and resell the same pigeons. I will say I thought that was clever.
Imagine being a billionaire at 21. I mean, at 21, all I cared about was football. I reckon I would have bought Thierry Henry and just put him in my garden. Just have a kick about.
Well, I can tell you, Kylie Jenner is not one of the most talked about people of the last year. I find it exhausting keeping track of all the different Kardashians, their relationships and dramas. If only there was an easy way of keeping up. OK, fingers on buzzers. One more thing to get.
Elon Musk?
Elon Musk.
That guy.
Is he the one who's always high when he's doing interviews?
I think once he got a little bit high on Joe Rogan's show in California, where it is perfectly legal.
Well, he wants to colonise Mars.
Yeah.
Doesn't he? I mean, do the moon first. It's on the way, isn't it? At least stick a services up there.
I don't think those cars are that nice.
The Teslas?
Yeah, I don't
Is
think
that
they
because
are.
you're, like, worried about what the staff will do when they start having to drive themselves?
The problem with the Tesla is when you run out of charge, you've got to flip the car over, get a tiny little screwdriver, and it takes 89,000 AA batteries. You get one around the wrong way, you're buggered.
Sometimes, though, if you just do that...
Yeah, it's not funny.
He does tunnels and rockets, doesn't he? Like all phallic stuff. Like he wants to dig a big tunnel.
Yes.
And he's called the company the Boring Company. Now you'd rethink
Is
that.
it really?
Yeah.
Also, I thought, Elon Musk, I swear that's a Lynx deodorant. I swear my mum bought me that for Christmas.
He wants to do the tunnel because he said the traffic in LA. You hang out in LA. You work in LA, don't you?
Can't stop it, baby.
Yeah.
Can't
So
stop
there's
it.
bad traffic, isn't there?
Yes, there is.
But there's
yes.
no public transport.
No, not at all.
Well, so you don't need to dig a tunnel, Elon. Just get a bus.
yeah.
I think it would be better.
For me, before you start building tunnels under LA, like, and you're this like mega inventor, just invent a USB that goes in either way up. That is all we want. And I don't really want to go to Mars. Not straight away. Do you know what I mean? Because you're only the first one. It's just going to be full of, like, dusty nerds. I'm not going to Mars until there's an Irish bar and a Nando's. Then you know you'll be all right.
He's scared of AI, isn't he? He's really scared of AI. Like killer robots, that's his thing. I mean, I'm scared of Alexa. She freaks me out, man, because you'll be just chatting to a mate about anything, and then she's, like, listening in the corner, isn't she? Like, oh, right, thinking about a holiday in Somerset, are you? Got an itchy scalp, we'll expect pop-ups. Weird.
Well, I can tell you that Elon Musk is not on our list, but Elon Musk claims spacecraft to Mars will be ready by 2024. Well done, we're struggling to finish Crossrail. Elon Musk sounds like the stuff skunks spray out of their arses. I've got Elon Musk all over me. I have to bathe in milk now. Fingers on buzzers. One more person to get.
Donald Trump?
Go on.
Because the main thing he was desperate is the wall. He wants a wall. He keeps bringing it up, the wall. What they should do is build a wall that's only about a mile long, write Trump on it, paint it gold, make it really nice, take big grand opening. He's never going to check it, is he? He's never going to do the whole length of it to check if it goes to the edge.
I think if they got a mile section and just put it on wheels, even if he did inspect it, you could just roll it along at the same time. I mean, we are basically making some sort of Wile E. Coyote gadget, but he is a fucking idiot, so...
They almost get so close to impeaching him so often. Like, it feels like it's always about to happen. It's the closest I've come to actually understanding what it must be like to have blue balls. Just finish me off, will you? Do it. It's just there, ready to go.
But when it goes, it'll be Mike Pence, which is worse, so it would be sort of like coming and then your dick falling off.
Yeah.
I think it's a shame he don't drink. Can you imagine his nights out? Oh, with that KFC on tap, Russian spies doing coke off strippers, Piers Morgan and Farage just getting off in the corner. Oh, be mental.
He's coming here, isn't he, on a state visit?
Yeah, he is coming on a state visit.
They're sending him to Portsmouth.
Yeah.
It's like third choice in your uni selection, isn't it? Where you going? Portsmouth.
Should have worked a bit harder. Toff, what do you think of Trump?
I find him quite inspiring. I think if he can be president of the United States, it gives, well, this blonde bimbo a bit of hope, being honest.
Are you pointing to Rob? Do you want to have a look at Donald Trump?
Yes, please. I've never seen him. What's he look like?
Has he got any distinguishable features?
He doesn't really. He looks like a meringue that's spoilt. Take a look at Trump attempting to pose with a particularly disgruntled bald eagle. How tough could that be? Bring on my eagle. I reckon it's a piece of piss. Just pop him on there.
Oh,
big boy.
Ah.
Oh, it suits you, Jimmy.
This is Holly, the eagle that is currently squeezing my fucking hand. Does anyone... So let's try and get a picture of me and the eagle. Eagle, look at the camera. That eagle just looked at me in a way that suggested I'm taking that fucking eye. Does it stop eating my fucking finger? I'd probably have too many fingers anyway. Aisling, do you want to have a go because I'm frightened?
Yes.
OK, there you go. You grab him. Oh, this is dignified.
It's massive. It really is.
Oh, my... Are you sure that's
not
not
the fucking hair, man? Stick that on. And you have to hold the hand right out, otherwise, he bites your face off.
Oh, my God.
He's the dream.
Oh, my God, hello. Is it a girl or a boy?
It's a
or
girl,
does it not
Holly.
identify as either? Please don't shit on me.
Oh.
Oh, my God.
Oh, he likes you. Look at that. He's looking right down the lens.
Stroke it. No.
OK, Aisling, presidential look, please. Blue steel.
I'm going to grab my own pussy.
Does anyone over here fancy? Finn fancies giving it a go.
I mean, I would love to, but I'm allergic, unfortunately.
I feel very Game of Thrones.
OK.
Take my glove.
OK, so you've got to hold your hand out really straight, right? There you go. Oh, it's Finn.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it's... Oh. Tell you what, though. OK, blue steel down the lens. You're giving the bird the bird. Oh, yeah, you like that, yeah? Giving it the big one, were you? Giving it the big one?
Call it 1-1. We'll call it 1-1, birdie boy.
You know what it looks like? It looks like a same-sex marriage, and that's how the rings are getting delivered.
Thank you very much, the eagle. Well done, America. I mean, it's an impressive animal. What's our bird?
I'm Welsh, mate. We got a dragon.
It's not Game of Thrones. Do you know what our bird is? It's a European robin.
Oh.
We're going to have to give it back.
Oh.
So should we have a look and see if Donald Trump is up there? Yes, it's Donald Trump. Donald Trump is a man of the people, and those people are rich Republicans with assault rifles and an irrational fear of Mexicans. So those were the most talked about people of the last year, but let's not forget Kanye West. Kanye West has 21 Grammys. I only have 2 Grammys, Grammy Cuddles and Grammy Wheelchair. I love Kanye West, and when I say Kanye, I mean Michael, and when I say West, I mean Bublé. That's real music. Rob Steen, what do people love about Christmas?
The presents.
What's the best thing you ever got?
Oh.
Braces?
But it's hard, Christmas presents, isn't it? Especially when you're married and you've been with someone a long time, you run out of ideas. And the best way, I think, is throwing money at it. Like, last Christmas, I ended up getting my wife 3 grand in used banknotes.
That is a lovely gift.
Isn't it?
Why did they have to be used? And how were they used?
Cocaine, mainly.
That's like calling your wife a stripper, isn't it? Are you just... Because you said you're just throwing money
Yeah, I
at
don't
her.
just, like, in her face like that.
I once had a really awkward thing in a relationship where, you know, we've been together a few years, you think you're in the same place. So I bought us a holiday to Barbados, and he bought me an electric toothbrush. And yeah, it was a very tense day. At the time, he felt very embarrassed about it, but then actually, it was a good lesson. We went on holiday for a week and we had an amazing time, but the toothbrush was something that I used every single day to masturbate. And so, in a way, a great gift. And people don't even worry about why it's in your bag. You can take it on holiday.
The other great thing is, ladies, minty fresh vagina. Ola, best gift you've ever given?
There was one year I actually decided I was going to try and do like Christmas like other people, and I bought everybody in the family a foot spa. But like half of my family members just didn't take it home with them.
Slightly weird at your house then if you've got 6 foot spas. You know what you could do? Open up a place in the high street. All we need is a couple of goldfish. You know those things where people... charge people £20 a go.
Yeah.
Lovely.
You know those are really bad, those fish things?
Why?
The fish don't even get a lunch break.
Well, they're having a lunch.
They just keep on. 24/7.
They just keep
It's
going.
actually against the EU Working Time Directive. They are very much remain, those fish.
I think the problem with Christmas presents is it's just unwrapping proof that the people you love don't know you. It's a sad, sad thing. You have to pretend.
What's the worst thing then?
Well, my mum was a single parent with 3 children, and she used to give us school uniform, and we used to have to pretend that that was what we wanted. It was sad.
It's my size.
Yeah, and our stockings, she would put our breakfast in it.
You're lying.
No, I didn't. And when we turned 14, we started to get sanitary towels. Yeah, because some people are poor, and Christmas isn't fun if you're poor. You watch all these adverts where everyone's getting these amazing toys, and you have to go, oh my God, another white shirt.
Oh,
Wait,
this is
hang
what I
on.
wanted.
Is this the Christmas episode?
Is that why? What gave you the clue?
Well, I thought I was told to wear this jumper, so I was like, all right, I'll wear it. This is the... Oh, Merry Christmas! I didn't realise, Jimmy.
I've got a bloody robin on my top. How did you not know?
Is that Christmassy a robin?
Yeah.
It is?
Are you broken? Emily, what's best gift?
Well, I don't know about Christmas, but someone keeps sending butt plugs to my house. And they're changing each month. They start really kind of
I've got
minimal.
that with socks. Well, they send you a new pair of socks every month.
We can't shove socks up your ass.
You can.
You can.
But it's the weirdest thing. And like, my dad came round the other day, and he was sort of fixing something for me, and he pulled this drawer open, and this butt plug rolled out on the floor, and he went, what's that?
So you've kept the butt plugs.
It'd be a waste not to.
Who had 4 minutes for the butt plug conversation? What about you, Natasha?
I have a half Cypriot father, and he really comes into his own because everything that he does wrong is amplified more by the fact that it's Christmas. So he often wraps me up some of his clothes and gives them to me. Like, it's very nice, it's very comfortable, I have lots of lovely wear of it. Now it's your turn.
What's the best thing he's ever given you?
A vest.
He gave you a vest?
He gave me his vest. He was like, it keeps me so warm, and I am worried about you not keeping warm. I can't hug you everywhere. So here's my vest, and it's brown. It's brown there. Sometimes if he's in a bad mood, because Christmas is so... You never know what's going to happen. Once he just chucked a £5 at me and went, Merry fucking Christmas.
Well, but people always go like, oh, the bloody kids, they like the boxes more than the actual presents at Christmas, don't they? Oh, no! Try wrapping up 15 empty boxes and giving them to your kids. They'll be fuming. For me, every Christmas morning, I can remember as a little kid, was like, you'd always get so needed, like, setting up, and your dad would have to do it. Like, your dad would do it, and he'd be sitting there with his dressing gown on the edge of the chair. You're like a bollock hanging out. looking at all the stuff, going, oh, God, like, oh, you know, glasses on the end of his head. Going, you need a bloody degree in engineering to fix this. No, you don't. Do you know what you need? The right screwdriver, some batteries, and put the bottle of Baileys down.
I remember I was about 9 years old, and I was sitting in my bed, and I was awake because I was excited for Santa Claus to come, and my uncle walked in naked with a sack over his shoulder, and walked in and went, oh, hello. And I went, what's that? And he went, it's your presents.
Okay.
And then walked out again, and I went, well, that's it, it's done.
You're really, really, really lucky you were awake. Because it was going to be bad, man. That's his alibi.
Yeah, I want to
over his
open up, it
shoulder.
was full of lube. So
At least there was lube.
Ola, what's the best thing you ever got?
Oh, wow. My mum's version of Christmas gifts was paying our school fees, so that's what it is. It's when you grow up with the British-Nigerian household, you just get reminded of what you already got. And that's why I went on to study accounting.
You studied accounting? Well,
Yeah.
where were you when I needed you? Hope you're turning up now. OK, let's have a look and see if presents are up there. Yes, it's Christmas presents. Last year, I got my girlfriend a puppy for Christmas. It was so cute. I even put it in a little box with a big bow on it. My mistake was sending it second class. I like unusual presents. Last year, I bought my nan a lifetime supply of Werther's Originals, which turned out to be 3 packets of Werther's Originals. What else do people love about Christmas?
OK, I think people love the food. They love the Christmas dinner, all of the chocolates and the drinking and the gluttony.
I'm not a big fan.
You don't like Christmas dinner?
I think it's overrated.
So if it's rated, like most people would give Christmas dinner 9.5 out of 10.
Why?
What would you
No,
give it?
25 out of 10.
Yeah.
It's the best meal of the year.
No, it's not better than shepherd's pie.
You're saying shepherd's pie is better than Christmas dinner?
You've mashed up a roast dinner. You've mashed it up and put it in a dish and you think that's better?
Honestly, shepherd's pie is unbelievable. And also...
We've all had shepherd's pie, mate.
Christmas dinner, roast potatoes, fine, they're a bit dry. You've got turkey, it's dry. You've got Brussels sprouts, no one likes those.
Oh, so you're saying a badly cooked Christmas dinner is bad?
No, even a goodly cooked one.
Goodly cooked one?
Yes.
Are you now in Dickens?
Yeah.
To be fair, bread sauce can do one. I do agree with that.
What?
Bread sauce is the best bit.
Oh, fuck off, shepherd's pie. No. Bread sauce is like porridge for arseholes.
Yeah.
Pigs in blankets, you like them?
They're lovely, they're fine.
Pigs in blankets, it strikes me, is the... I mean, it's the very opposite of being vegan, isn't it?
gonna
It's
say
like we've
to me-
taken meat, wrapped it in another bit of meat.
Yeah, but it looks like the pig trying to put themselves back together. Get revenge on everyone. It's really creepy.
I don't get on board with this bird inside a bird inside a bird. Like, some of them do that 7 birds in a bird. I don't even know that many birds. Can you name 7 birds? Woodpecker, budgie, pigeon, robin, penguin. It also, anyone wants to shove a... How big are these birds' arses?
Interestingly, they don't have sphincters, and that's why they just poo when they're flying around. That's why it just drops out.
Sorry, but
That's such
maybe
a
I don't
made-up
have a
thing.
sphincter.
Why do you think you don't have a sphincter?
Well, because it just falls out of me.
Welcome to Christmas, everyone. What?
Do you know, like I was saying that, King Henry VIII invented the bird up the arse thing, right?
Did he?
And I just think...
That sounds so wrong in your accent.
We shouldn't be taking dietary advice off him, because I don't want to start fat-shaming, but he was a big old fat bastard, wasn't he? Imagine his poor rules.
I feel sorrier for his wives, if I'm honest.
I'll tell you, you gave me a good tip at Christmas. For breakfast, you said you'd get a bowl of crunchy nut cornflakes and pour cold Baileys on.
Yeah.
And that's so good. Probably I've started having that every day. And I've been doing it for 3 weeks now, and I'm flying.
Yeah. And even Henry VIII is going, that's too much.
I went round to a date's house 2 days before Christmas, and anyway, I woke up in the morning and I was naked in bed, and I was like, oh my God, we were just very hungover. And there was a knock at the door. I was like, who's that? He said, it's my mum. I was like, why is your mum? He said, because it's my house. And I went, oh my God. And I saw my boxers on the ground and quickly went there, I'll show you, quickly went there and put them on. I went, oh, and the mum walked in, and I was standing there being super charismatic, talking to the mum and the daughter. I was like, and they were looking at me weirdly. I was like, what the fuck? Being really funny. And I looked down, and they were inside out and had skid marks running all over.
There we go. Yeah.
Christmas dinner.
A lot of Nigerians go back to Nigeria for Christmas. So there was one Christmas I was in Nigeria. It was Christmas Eve. We were driving home with a live turkey in the car. And I don't see why that's funny.
Wow. A live turkey in the car?
Who killed it then when you got home?
Oh, you get someone to do it. There are guys who that's their job.
Oh, right.
Yeah, they'll come back to your house.
So you got to know your dinner?
I think he should. I think it's only polite.
You think he knew you were going to eat it, or he thought he was just like in an Uber, and then this terrible ending?
He thought he'd been saved at the last minute.
Yeah, he was like, oh,
he thought it was like a
mate.
Disney movie. I'm going home with him. I can't believe my luck. I've made new friends.
Well, yeah. You could say, at least I'm not stuffing another 5 birds up your arse.
Emily, Christmas dinner, what do you like?
Oh, I love it all. I absolutely love it, but my favourite bit is the cheese board afterwards. I once ate a whole wheel of brie at Christmas and then drank a bottle of Baileys.
Well, the rest of your family's just staring at you as this happens.
I love cheese so much. You know how people have the cheese and crackers? I just have cheese on another slab of cheese and a bit of chutney.
I mean, you cannot attack a
Gorgeous.
full brie without chuck.
Without chut. You know, that's what
No,
they call it
chuck.
down the old East End.
Yeah.
The brie and the chut.
Again, it's overrated, isn't it?
No, it's
It is.
not.
What's better for you?
Banoffee pie.
It's a good pie.
I think science Parents should experiment on you.
It's not. If someone put cheese in front of you, said, would you like that or would you like banoffee pie or banana split, you'd pick the other two in a heartbeat. If someone put shepherd's pie or a Christmas dinner in front of you, you'd pick the shepherd's pie.
No one agrees with you.
I don't think you're qualified to talk about this because you can't even wipe your own arse. So, I don't think we have to take that seriously. OK, let's have a look and see if it's up there. Most popular thing, yes. Christmas dinner. Turkey has been a traditional part of Christmas since Victorian times. What people don't realise is just how versatile turkey can be. You can serve it pink, tasteless, dry, undercooked or burnt. Rob.
Is it the decorations?
Do you go all out?
Well, yeah, I do, but I'm getting a bit annoyed. Like, who put garden centres in charge of Christmas? It's like, oh, do you want to go and see Santa? Yeah, oh, where is it? Like, Lapland, a toy shop? No, garden centre. Oh, you know, get the tree, fair enough. But like, oh, do you want to go and see a reindeer? Yeah, is it the zoo? No, garden centre. Do you want to go and see a massive, sad animatronic polar bear doing that? Oh, yeah, where are we getting one of them? Garden centre, yeah. It's a disgrace.
The thing about the Christmas trees is, I mean, you can go and buy one, or you can go and cut one down yourself, but it doesn't always go well.
No.
Toddlers' Christmas trees, they don't mix. Take a look.
Lexi, out of the way, please. Lexi! Lexi! Lexi. Oh, it's Lucas. I thought it was Lexi. Is he okay? Help him. Help him. Good job, Aiden. Oh, honey.
I mean, that is the worst parenting ever. Doesn't stop filming, doesn't help, doesn't even know the name.
Yeah. Imagine if the last words you ever heard were your parents calling you your sibling's name. And that's it. I'm not Cheryl.
Christmas is dangerous, so you do dangerous things.
Yeah, it is
We went
dangerous.
ice skating at the fucking garden centre.
All right, Rob, all right. It's Christmas, just be nice.
You know why I'm angry? My wife's banned tinsel. Said it's a bit shabby. But my wife, she's going to ban me next year.
Yeah, I think that's an issue I have with my wife as well. I like the classy stuff and she likes the tacky stuff.
Yeah.
So there was this house that had all these really tacky, like really over-the-top lights. So I had to take her and my daughter to go see them, go stand outside someone else's house at night. And, but they had a box there, like if you like the lights, you can donate to this charity that helps polar bears. And I thought to myself, okay, so they're dying because the sea levels are rising, because of global warming, because of climate change, probably because you kept all these lights on.
Yeah.
I don't. My dad gets decorations from. I honestly don't know where. It was like, I've got you some very special little birdies for the tree, very sweet little birdies, and they are like, honestly, their claws are made of black wire, and their eyeballs are hanging out on like small strings, and they're like that.
So do you go and visit him in Broadmoor for Christmas?
What is the weirdest thing that's happened in your house at Christmas?
My dad pooed himself on Christmas morning. It was honestly one of the funniest but like saddest things. It was Christmas morning and my dad had taken the dogs for a walk and he came in, stormed into the kitchen and my mum went, oh, I put the kettle on or something really sweet and nothing. He went, fuck off, bitch. And I was like, Dad, don't talk to Mum like that. It's Christmas morning. He went, yeah. Well, how would you feel if you fell over in the park and then pull your knickers?
How does he make shitting yourself adorable?
Also, the fact that he had knickers on. Well, I can tell you Christmas decorations are not on the list, but many houses in Nottingham are lit up with flashing lights during the Christmas period, mainly because there's a police car parked outside. All right, fingers on buzzers. What else do people love about Christmas? Go on.
I think people love watching all of the TV that's Christmassy and the Christmas films and things.
Oh, yeah.
Christmas Daddy, it's such a massive part of Christmas. It's basically a marathon.
It's what makes you feel Christmassy, isn't it?
Favourite Christmas TV?
Well, I don't really watch the Queen's speech. I mean, it's like, I find it really hard. I mean, I know there's posh, and then there's Queen posh, and I actually can't understand what she's saying. It's just like, Christmas, you must find it sad walkie-talkie.
You slightly look posh when you do that. There's something...
Oh, look, it's all in the teeth, Posh.
OK, let me see the posh face.
OK, the Posh like, oh, you know, so, Jamie, shepherd's pie, I mean, you know, fuck, yeah.
Such a really good impression.
Are you 100% sure Boris Johnson's not your dad?
I don't know.
OK, favourite Christmas TV, Emily?
I like that snowman one. You know, I mean, it's a bit depressing though, isn't it? When he melts at the end, so sad.
It's to teach children about death. Like, that's his point. And that's the thing, is when you actually think about it, so much of Christmas TV is absolutely miserable. All the soaps kill someone off. All of the adverts are like tear-jerkers and...
Strictly Christmas special, all the husbands have left their wives.
I'm TV all the way at Christmas. Like, Christmas Eve, my wife sometimes suggests, oh, do you go midnight mass? No. Nothing good starts at midnight.
Everyone always spoils Christmas Day as well, don't they? We're getting too pissed on Christmas Eve. I do this every time. I go, right, I'm going out for one. I'm going for one to the pub.
One wheel of brew.
Cut two, stumbling in, and you end up in the Christmas tree.
I don't think you can get too drunk at Christmas. I think that's the beauty of it. Like, it hides every level of alcoholism.
Yeah.
Like, the fact that you're allowed to drink in the morning and that's encouraged. There's all these crazy drinks you don't get at other times of the year.
Crazy drinks you don't get at other times of the year.
Eggnog. What the frick is eggnog?
Well, bring in the drinks. I've got drinks for you. I've got Christmas drinks. Yeah, I've got Christmas drinks.
So exciting.
I've got here a turkey bull shot.
No. So who's his who?
You're going to have to have the egg. We're both vegan.
You can have the carrot.
Okay,
Carrot one.
I'm
You
gonna
can
have
have
the
that.
carrot.
You can also have the red wine. I
Okay.
made my own
Shall we
mulled
share a
wine.
little bit of the swap?
Let's do eggnog first over here. We'll try
Is
the
that
eggnog.
eggnog? What
Try
is
the
in
eggnog.
eggnog?
That's pretty good. It's egg, rum, nutmeg, milk, double cream.
It's not a flake.
No, it's
not a flake.
It's a cinnamon stick.
It's
It's a cinnamon stick.
It's tree bark.
Shall we try the carrot juice?
So nice.
Carrot juice is all right. So that carrot Moscow Mule, carrot
So
juice, vodka,
nice.
ginger ale, Angostura
Taste
bitters, lime juice.
Shit, that's
Really
fresh.
nice.
Is that okay? Let's try my family recipe for mulled wine. Try it first.
wine.
What do you
What the
think?
fuck? What is that?
You've done to
That's gravy of wine.
It's red wine, Marmite, polos, and a locket.
If you know what's in it, it's still disgusting. It's still really disgusting.
If you're pairing wines, that would go lovely with a shepherd's pie.
That is fucking horrible.
It's like what, like a urine infection would taste like. Just like a thick piss.
Yeah, and yeasty from the
A
Marmite.
yeasty, thick
Yeah.
piss.
Thick, yeasty red piss. What haven't we tried?
We haven't tried the sprout one.
Okay, so this one's just for you because you're not vegan.
Has it got meat in it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's a turkey stock, vodka, lime juice, Worcester sauce, and
Oh my God! That is the most vile thing I've ever. That's like.
Emily quite likes it, I think.
I can't say what that tastes like.
what does it taste like?
That tastes like sweaty bollocks. Which is fine.
It's an acquired
but it's
taste.
cold.
Hang on a second. So that tastes like sweaty bollocks, which would be fine, but it's cold.
Yeah. They should just be a little bit warm.
Well, cold and sweaty is clammy.
Yeah.
You don't want clammy
You're poorly.
balls.
If you're cold and sweaty, you're very poorly.
Yeah.
How are you checking people's health?
Try it, Rob. Just
Of
try
course,
it.
I'm gonna.
You're delaying
Oh,
it
my
for no
fingers now
reason.
smell like sweaty balls. That's what we have to put up with.
But this is now like a...
It clings to your mouth. It's like Gaviscon.
But this is now
Hang on a
like
second. Can we get a slow-mo of Rob's face just now? Oh. And again. Oh.
You try some, Jim. You want a little bit?
I'll
I'll
be
bring
all right.
over. I'll just pop it over here. Have a little bit. Have a little sip.
Thanks, man.
There you go. I'll just pop it there. If you want a little bit.
Oh, Harry.
Is he gonna?
Yeah, that's sweaty balls. I miss my uncle. Okay, let's see if Christmas TV is up there. That's what we were talking about, Christmas telly.
Oh my God.
Yes, Christmas telly. We all love a bit of Christmas TV, like the time divorce papers were handed to someone from EastEnders. Best Strictly Final ever. If you're a big fan of Doctor Who and you're looking forward to the Christmas special, I don't want to spoil it for you, but grow up, it's a kid show. So those were our favourite things about Christmas, but let's not forget office parties. 47% of people say they'd like to drink less at the office Christmas party, but duty calls and that waste paper bin isn't going to shit in itself. I gave my boss 2 fingers at the Christmas party. She liked it. I got a promotion.